I don't think so. Biker finger. Biker finger. Biker finger. Joe DeMaster. HD, HD, HD. Raise your finger. Raise your finger. Raise your finger. HD, HD. Born to die. Loud pipes save lives. Ride free or die. HD, HD. To die. Raise your finger.
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground. Shit.
Radio Underground, episode 117. My cat, I'm going to feed it to a Vietnamese family. I'm so sick of hearing it. But this, it's a glorious day for some, terrible for others. Some of our pop stars have went away to prison. Others have gotten freedom from their own father.
Freedom!
So Britney to
Don't
celebrate
be afraid of your freedom.
to celebrate her freedom from her father, who I will admit should have full dominion over, as any man should over his woman, any women in his family. But she celebrated by this. If you guys will take a look to the left there, old Brittany. Can you guys see that or no?
I can't.
Yep.
Let me.
But I've seen all of them.
I've seen one. Well,
I
she has little roses over her breasts.
Her buttocks.
And her,
So our legions can see the pictures. That's all that matters.
She looks amazing.
She does. Amazing.
Yes.
And so I guess for her, it's a good day. And here's her old school picture of her when she was young and also hot. And that's wank worthy. But one Robert Kelly did not have such a great week. R.
Is
Kelly.
that what the R stands for?
Yeah.
I feel for rape.
I feel he was framed. And the reason because the government doesn't like anyone cutting in on their underage action.
That's probably true, actually.
So Robert may have done some bad things, but he's no worse than our elected officials. So if the government can get away with it, then let Robert go. Either condemn it all or condemn none of it, right, guys?
Yeah.
All right, you guys aren't with me on that. All right, never mind. Let's move on then. Underage rape, I guess, isn't cool with you guys. Whatever.
He was just securing his properties, you know.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, that. I guess one of his victims was Aaliyah.
Yes,
who probably would have been like Beyonce type big. Remember that girl? She was so hot, and she was in movies. I had her in that Romeo Must Die.
It was about to blow up, man. She was already getting popular, and she was about to blow up, man.
Yeah.
She was going to be in the second 2 Matrix movies. She filmed her scenes, and then she died. They had to refilm all her scenes.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Is that when Jada moved in there?
No, she played the other. She played the girlfriend of the guy who piloted the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like the Oliver Reed thing where they just kind of cut and pasted to make it happen, or?
No, they reshot with a brand new actress.
Okay, because I never saw that. I never
saw any of the movies.
Yeah.
So.
That sucks though.
It was a pretty big part. I mean,
like,
really?
What one was she in? She was in like some. She was in some Queen of the Damned or something like that.
Yeah, oh yeah. That one I know. Slayer did the soundtrack for that.
Yeah, right.
That was they Oliver Reeded her for that. They had to do a lot of her stuff CGI.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Premise Land? Gotta give him the.
What's up, cuz?
Gotta give him his shout out here. Everyone's taking the piss out of R. Kelly. That's right.
Poor R. Kelly.
You gotta admit, though, it's an honor to be peed on by R. Kelly. Come on.
Sure. I'll tell you what. His Trapped in the Closet program is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. You ever watch Trapped in the Closet?
No, Trapped in the Closet. What the hell is that?
It was like a video series he did. It was like in like 3 or 4 minute snippets. It's 26 snippets long. It's insanely.
Yeah.
What's up, E Cook? How you doing, man?
It gets out of control. It's hilarious.
I've seen it.
They made fun of it on South Park.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they said Tom Cruise showed up to Stan's house and was hiding in the closet, and then Travolta went in the closet after him, and then R. Kelly went in there after them.
Oh
yeah.
Man!
If you get a chance to watch it, it's so far. It's outlandish how stupid it gets. Basically, he's sleeping with some chick, and then before he can get out of the house, her husband comes home. He's like, "What do you mean you're married?" But he's singing the entire time.
Yeah.
He's not saying what's going on. He's singing everything that's going on.
Yeah, that's what they did in that South Park episode too. He's like, and then I pulled out my gun.
Yep, exactly.
I'm gonna bust a cap in your ass. No, I
gotta check this out.
There's a midget at one point, and then there's like a bunch of lesbians.
So it has everything.
Yeah,
It does.
it's, yeah.
There's a gay pastor.
Everyone isn't in my living room because I'm lazy. I'll put this up here. Everyone is in my and I had to watch my nephews, and I didn't feel like running all the cables and everything at the last minute, and I'm just lazy. Really, that's it.
Yeah, whatever.
That's all there's. But next week, everyone will be in the living room, and I'll quit being a lazy fat.
Brian's at a wedding next week.
Oh, you're gonna wait. So Alan will be in the living room.
We will find some guest speakers.
Alan looks like he's about to wank right now. One of those.
I know. He's getting ready. As soon as the show's over.
I got like everything set up around me.
Yeah, you and Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell's got a OnlyFans. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I'm
No.
trying to figure that
Like,
out.
what in the hell is he about to do?
Dude, I don't know.
Do we have not any heroes left? Do we have anyone that we can count on to be okay?
No.
But I saw that he's like, I'm Chuck Liddell, and I'm about to have an only. Like, what are you gonna do, Chuck? Are you gonna beat someone up or something?
I don't understand, man. Not everybody
illegal.
uses OnlyFans.
It's illegal in Michigan to have that many people in the living room because of COVID. No, we actually don't have any COVID restrictions really at all anymore.
No.
There are governor kind of back down.
That like at the hospital too? Like if you take somebody to the hospital, do you have to like wait outside, or is that all lifted?
I think that might be the only one left.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't wear a mask anywhere. No one says a thing.
No.
No one cares. We're pretty much. I don't know. I think everyone's trying to survive the reptilian final event that's going to happen, so they're just letting it go for now.
Yeah, exactly. No one said, as far as I've heard, no one said anything about masks. I mean, we don't have a mandate anymore.
No, we don't. I don't even think kids got to wear them in schools or anything. That I see.
I heard in Chicago they got a pretty big mandate that the Chicago Bears are only allowed to get 50 yards or less in any offensive game that they have.
Wait, what? Roseville? What?
No. The Chicago Bears.
Oh,
the Chicago Bears.
They
had less than 50 yards of offense last week. Just saying.
I want to talk about our local high school.
You said E. Cook was listening. That's why I said that.
Yeah, he's smiling. But did you get so? Supposedly we used ineligible players. This is our local school.
Yeah.
Whatever people know, we're from Roseville, Michigan.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah. So our high school finally has a good team. I.e., we have black players finally. So we're really, we're really good. But
we're legit now.
Yeah, we're like a legit school. But
and a black coach.
Yep. And I guess they had to forfeit 3 games because they had an ineligible player. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yep. He from what I understand, it was his parents were splitting up, getting divorced, and he went to live with grandma, who didn't live within, because we're school of choice. He could still live in the county.
Yeah,
still go there, but he wasn't living in the county. He was living with his grandma and still going to school while the parents were going through this because things were bad at home.
Shit, really.
What's that? Yeah,
it's kind of.
I think it was East Point. I think they did it. And they're like, he ain't from East Point.
Oh.
Yeah, they did the research and found out. Yeah,
because that's our rival, and they're like, that kid's not from there.
Well, so they had to forfeit 3 wins. So technically, they've won all 6 games, but they're 3-3 now.
Yeah.
So they barely won last night. They hung on for a nail biter, 74-7.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that kid probably was like on special teams. So
basically,
like,
by getting these 3 losses, they'll be screwed at the end of the season.
Not really.
If they make the playoffs, it won't matter.
They'll make the playoffs. Yeah, they'll make the playoffs because they only have one team left on their record with a winning record, and that's Dakota.
They're killing everybody.
Dakota. Yeah, I mean, they've literally won by an average of 40-something points a game.
Yeah.
So Premise Land is like, I'm back.
He's like, I'll be back. I am back.
He's like,
well, it was probably the Cousino guys that snitched on him because they smoked Cousino last week, so bad that Cousino's coach quit.
Did he really?
And a bunch of their players,
coach him.
don't want to play anymore, and the rest of the team, whoever's left, is busting down to JV, and they're only gonna play JV football this year.
If you
So-
if you guys want to join, if you guys want to join the broadcast, I put a link there for guests, so it's down there. If you want to,
Guests
I'll
is
put it
one
up
of those words.
like throughout the show. But yeah, we finally got a good team, and it's like we're the Detroit Lions. We're just not gonna win, not here in this city.
They should probably win out, which they think they have 3 or 4 games left. Dakota's the only good team they play, and even Dakota's having an off year, so they could still end up like 7-3.
So if they can get in the playoffs, they can maybe make their run after that.
Right.
I hope.
Yeah, but I mean, it hasn't even been close, and it just it sucked that it happened. But yeah, it kind of sounds like somebody was a sore loser.
So here we go.
Right.
So Cousin Promised Land said, "I would, but I'm watching another streamer, and that would be chaos." That is disloyalty. That's just loyalty. We are the only stream there is.
Yeah,
In our
unless
world.
it's a hot chick that you're watching
Yeah.
in school.
If it's a hot chick or somebody that actually has a future.
Right.
If it's either of those things.
Yeah,
If it's, also, I know
He knows
nothing about.
football.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not totally mad.
real
about
quick with the Lions thing, like we can go back to this, delay a game.
that. I gotta
miss
mute myself to scream at my cat.
and a 66-yard field goal. But the fact is that 4th and 19, we had them stuck. We could have had them stuffed, and they freaking blew it.
yeah.
So
I mean, the delay game, yeah, that sucked, but they shot
yeah,
themselves in the
but
foot
that would have
again.
never even happened if they would have just stopped them on 4th and
Yeah.
19 instead. They
Exactly.
finally they stuffed Lamar all game, and then they let him throw it like 35 freaking yards for a first
And
down.
It's that fucking prevent defense, and I get it to a certain extent, but they gave him a
Oh.
30
Bend but don't
yard
break,
cushion.
man. Bend but don't break.
They gave him a
The
30-yard
Lions are
cushion.
never allowed to do it. The Lions are never allowed to do prevent defense because they're not good.
Or
So they can't-
God forbid you use the defense that worked the whole game. Don't do that one.
Yeah, right.
Forget it. Just
They didn't rush
abandon it.
anybody. Nobody on the quarterback at that point, and I did not understand that at all.
I want
Literally-
examples. I want examples of the prevent working throughout history.
Considering what the previous 2 or 3 plays, we just stuffed them. We sacked them twice, and
Yep.
out of 2 out of 3 plays, we sacked them. I'm like,
Yep.
why wouldn't you keep doing that?
Yeah, and they give up 35-yard play. If they literally would have given up only a 34-yard play, he wouldn't have made it. It would have missed.
Yeah.
They gave up 1 yard too many. 1 yard too many.
Then the ghost of
That's it.
Tom Dempsey's club foot.
Oh my god. I mean,
What was that stuff that poisoned people? Was it DDT? That
Yeah.
Oh,
made
yeah.
the defect that made that DDT foot fucking
yeah.
kicks. Then now we lost to another record-breaking fucking field goal.
Yep. It happened.
It was the most cursed franchise
Which
ever.
he broke his record 8 years ago in Detroit.
Yeah.
His own personal record. He kicked a 61-yarder to kick 6 field goals against us in 2013 and kicked a 61-yarder. Same guy.
Yep. He
Yeah.
accounted for all their points.
Now
at
I
that
know
game
Dempsey
years
had
ago.
it for years, but didn't Elam break it from the?
Jason
Elam
Elam's
broke it, and then
broke-
Matt Prater broke it too.
Okay,
Matt Prater broke it afterward too. Yeah.
yeah. Nick Swartzen.
Yeah.
Yes, Nick. Yes.
Well,
That's funny.
didn't
That's funny. Swartzen put
He almost-
on Twitter. He goes,
he almost-
"No, I am not Matt Prater from the Detroit Lions."
Didn't Prater
He-
give up a kick 6 last week?
He almost but he almost hit a 68-yarder.
Almost hit a 68-yarder, missed it. The guy caught it in the end zone and ran it back 109 yards.
You know who ran it back?
Jamal Agnew.
Jamal Agnew. The guy
Yeah,
that we
former
just let
Lion.
go. The guy
Yep.
we just let go to Jacksonville. Yeah.
Of course.
Sons
Our-
of bitches.
Our
Yeah.
good kick returner that we let go.
I also like that Stafford's decided to be prime Dan Marino now that we.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, I swear to God, I can't stand listening. Well, Terry Bradshaw annoys the shit out of me anyway, but he is just like all over fucking Stafford's balls, man. Just all over him.
Yeah, with his skullet. He's had it.
Yeah.
Terry's had a skullet since 1981.
Yep.
I know.
He's like Hulk Hogan. He's like never had hair.
I used to like him, and now he's just like kind of a caricature, man. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Now he's got a show with his whole family.
Well, they always said that Stafford here, they never had the right system for him. We had some weapons at one point, obviously, but it's just
who?
I don't know.
Name one.
Yeah, right.
Name a guy that Stafford had.
Melvin.
Yeah, right. Dude,
Name one.
I love listening to guys who are like, wow, we just didn't have an offensive line. Yeah, we did. But we didn't have any players. Yeah, we did. You know, we never put it together all together. I get it, but the fact is we did.
That's coaching. We had bad coaching. I mean,
yep.
That 2014 team was prime, man. That was a prime team.
Yeah, they were good. They were good.
Yep. Yeah, they had great defense. They had some good skill players. That was a good prime team. We won a lot of games that year.
Awesome lady wants to know, why is Alan in the bed? He's waiting for you. That's why.
Once this episode's over, full on Wang time.
No,
I am going to.
Yeah. Now, Lindsay, we're trying to get to Al into his own OnlyFans account, make a little money for the show, so we can fund this operation.
We're hoping that enough ladies will see it and buy my OnlyFans.
Get that long stroke.
Yes, you'll have the easy time.
Him and Chuck Liddell. Al and Chuck Liddell are going to be running neck and neck. When I saw that, though, I was so bummed out. I'm like, no, Chuck, please.
I still don't understand why.
I really don't think... Obviously, I don't think Chuck's going to be, like, blasting his woman on there. I really don't. I think it's just going to be, like... Because OnlyFans can be anything. It can be special blogs.
Yeah, it's just everybody's turned it into porn, you know? So it could just be a normal...
Awesome lady. Tonight I am the tigress of the night. Meow.
Yes, she is. That's what she told me.
She's on the prowl. She's going to pounce, as it were. I won't be home till late. Better late than never. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out more information on the Chuck Liddell OnlyFans without actually going to the OnlyFans page.
Yeah, don't. It's just Chuck sitting there with his beer belly.
This guy's like, he's going to do naked workout videos.
You want to watch me do it? No, I don't want to watch.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of the exclusive content he could give us.
I mean, that's what I mean.
Is there any man that has any kind of following on OnlyFans? Like, there's got to be none. And the only people that would be following would be gay dudes. Men are the only people with enough thirst to make money off of.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just can't make any money.
No, there's no woman that's going to be like, Chuck Liddell, I got to follow him.
You might get her.
Okay, yeah. Here she's like, I would subscribe to that OnlyFans page, and I never pay for porn. It's Chuck Liddell. He is awesome, but I'm still not paying. I'm not paying. If Chuck just put your PayPal account. If you need money, give me your PayPal. I'll send you $50. No problem.
Yeah.
But I'm not subscribing to your OnlyFans. I'll give you $50, Chuck. All them great fights you gave me, I'll give you $50 all day, every day. But I'm not gonna get the OnlyFans. I ain't doing it. Just put your
Jessica. Do you remember Jessica I?
Mm-hmm.
She's got an OnlyFans.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Well, I have the hots for her. So let me go log in.
I have no idea. This Jessica I.
Yeah. She was this. She was pretty cute. You know, I had the hots for her. She kind of has like a Native American look, you could say.
Yeah.
Dark hair and dark eyes, but yeah, average fighter, but cute girl. So she's probably making some decent money on there.
Oh, so she was a fighter.
Yeah.
Yep.
She was like she could beat like the mid grade girls, but she couldn't beat like the
She couldn't get over the top.
top girls. Yeah. Oh great, here we go. Coconuts. No way.
Speaking of female fighters,
Oh my God, Coconuts is here. No
he's
way.
actually in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I hear you?
What's up?
What's up, man? Oh, dude, look at you. You look all like civilian-like now. Your beard and
That's
shit.
my try, my attempt.
Coors White now? Come on, man. What about the Miller?
One step up.
One step up from it.
Yeah.
But forget coconuts. Listen to me. So I heard that Maisha Tate's fighting again.
Maisha.
That's a song from another
Maisha.
band.
19 Maisha.
I heard she's fighting again,
Is she really?
like next month in UFC.
She got to pay for
They
Oh,
were
she
ranked as
fought. She
number
fought.
8.
She fought actually a couple pay-per-views ago.
I had no clue. I thought she was done. I haven't seen her in forever. So okay, forget I said anything. Listen to coconuts again.
So what are you up to, Coconuts?
I am hiding in the basement.
Good. From the woman, that white woman got you oppressed.
Yes.
She's-
Or
Al,
there's
what-
a 7-year-old and I don't want to be loud.
Oh, okay. You don't want to wake it up, yeah. Actually, it looks like you got a furnished basement down there. That's nice.
Half of it.
Half of it, okay.
The other half.
The other side, there's
All
like
flooded
pipes and
and
fucking
shit.
flooded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smells like a sewer.
Probably, yeah.
You should see this place after a show.
Oh, yeah?
It really
You're
smells.
the only
in
one who
here.
drinks.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Jessica Eye, $30 a month for Jessica Eyes.
$30?
Yeah,
Ugh, I'm not paying for
that's
that.
too much. No,
No, she needs to drop it down to
That's
10.
just because you already played for Bad Barbie. Or
Yeah,
Baby or
bad
whatever.
baby. Oh yeah.
I-
Cash me outside, girl.
That doesn't even show nudity, supposedly.
I know that's a little bit of cheese pizza
There was
for
another one who
me.
did
That
that.
might-
too.
What?
There's another one who did that. Some actress did that, and she got made like $2 million on OnlyFans and never took off her clothes, and like all these other girls were pissed off about it.
Yeah, the incels were mad too. Yeah, I see my viewerships went down when you guys all joined. So the guys that are watching, just anyone who's watching, just get in here.
yeah, we don't need
you went
actual
up by
viewers.
one.
I like how I have the worst camera here. Mike's camera looks
This
all
is my-
crisp. Is that your phone?
This is my regular MacBook or whatever.
Oh man,
What do I have? Mac Air?
looks clean.
I
Your
do have
headset's on.
Bose.
Oh, okay. Your headset sounds good.
Well,
I have
no,
my
that's just
secret
the
secret.
mic.
What are you using? Your laptop there, Al?
No, I'm just using my my iPhone Pro Max.
Okay, that's why the camera's dark
Yeah.
and crisp.
Yeah, it's my super secret bat phone.
Yeah,
So-
so I'm
I
trying to
don't
think.
even see the other guy. I only see you and me.
Really?
I can't even see I can't see Brian or Coconuts.
Oh, you'd have to
Yeah,
look
I
at
don't
it
see all
through.
the
You're only going
I
to see
can see all
everybody
the
on
comments.
YouTube.
The Tigress of the Night is
On
joining.
Ecamm, you're only going to see Mike and
Okay.
yourself.
I'm trying to think of where
all-
I put her. Hey, Tigress
look
of
at-
the Night.
Hello.
How's it going? We have a
It's
full
going
panel here.
fantastic.
We have a full panel here now. So Al, you can't see anything going on but just me.
Yes.
you and me.
Oh, that's bad because Tigress and Coconuts are both looking great tonight, and you can only see me.
Yeah.
So
Hello, boys.
I don't know why.
Hello.
That's weird. I did before though. When we did this before, I saw everybody.
really,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That was restream, though. That was
Really?
via
Oh.
restream.
I don't know. So what do you
Well,
got going on, Tigress? You going out to any clubs? Are you gonna pin down any young fellas? What are you gonna do?
I might pounce tonight. We'll see.
You're gonna see? All right. Oh,
Yeah. I'm going to go sing karaoke. We'll see what lands on my lap.
oh, there you go.
Last
So you-
night she did live band karaoke.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah,
totally did. So there was a local live band karaoke.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
so
were rock stars, and I got to be a rock star.
so you jump. So it's
It
a
was
live
pretty
band, and
cool.
then you just filled in as the singer. Is that what they did?
Yeah, like they play. They know like there's like 4 guys in the band. They know like 500 or 600 songs, and they just like they got a book, and you can pick a song, and you can go up and sing. And they got a guy who runs the soundboard and lighting, and
Oh,
you
nice.
go up and sing with them. And they'll do background vocals with you. And so like there was a couple people that maybe didn't sound as good, but those guys kind of helped them out, and it was pretty cool, man. The band
Finally,
was
my
good.
shot to make it. I'm gonna get signed now.
Yes.
So coconuts, you do
It
little.
was like where coconut karaoke dreams come true there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coconuts, you do a little karaoke here every now and then, or no?
No.
Oh, come on, man.
No.
Don't be a prude. I actually only did it twice, and I've been in bands too. I hate.
You've been in bands, so
Yeah.
I recognize my limitations.
Yes.
I've never done karaoke.
Yeah, and Brian was my singer, so
I won't do
it's
karaoke.
like this who doesn't do karaoke. So
It's not the same.
the worst part about it's usually the guy that hosts it. You know, they go, "All right, everybody, get out here and do it's here's sexy, funky Nadine," and the girl goes up there and tries to do Steve Perry, and fucking dogs are dying in a 5-mile radius.
Or some Diamond.
And not Diamond, yeah.
We've gone to some pretty good places.
Guys, I know you're gonna find this hard to believe, but I gotta pee. Chick bladder. Scientific fact.
Chick
So now I have to look at
bladder.
your living
Chick
room.
bladder. Oh yeah, Mike's got chick bladder.
I have a better bladder than you do, and I'm a chick, right? I'm technically
Yeah.
a chick. Not really.
He should call
Chicks
it
have
cow
feathers
bladder.
and go tweet, tweet, tweet.
When we went to Kentucky, me and Brian didn't need to stop, but chick bladder there had to stop twice.
Yep.
Both ways.
He did make it almost
Yeah.
3 hours though.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was about 2 hours actually, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What vehicle?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Was it like a rough riding vehicle at least, or
No.
no?
Subaru Outback, Forester Outback, right? Well, Outback, right?
Outback.
Yeah. No, it's a
No
nice ride.
excuses.
He's just got chick bladder. He's got a little
Yeah.
he's got a little kid bladder.
I mean, if he was riding like a, 76
How do we go from chick bladder to little kid bladder? Like, how does
Yeah.
that happen?
Just chicks
From
and
a
little
grown
kids,
man.
same level? They're on the same
Same
level.
thing.
Chicks and kids have the same little bladders.
That's the old saying. Chicks and kids.
That's
and
like
small
saying
bladders.
women don't poop.
They
It's
don't.
just not true.
Oh, that's gross. Women don't poop.
my
My wife does
bathroom
not poop.
habits would beg to differ, darlings.
Women
Mike,
don't
it's-
poop or fart. No.
Mike had a nice stain on his shirt there.
I tell you what, my lost boys are so forgiving sometimes.
Oh,
Okay, I gotta move on to the next scene, which is like the karaoke scene. So I was
Okay.
supposed to meet friends here, but I blew them off and went somewhere else, and then I came to meet them, and they're definitely not here. So I'm gonna go pounce. Later, boys.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care. All right. Some guy is going to have a wonderful night. That's the point. So coconuts.
What's up?
So what does it feel like to have a beard now that you're full sieve? Is that weird now? You haven't had to have one of those. You weren't allowed to have one of those for a long time, huh?
Most I ever got was a month. So
No.
I
Now, you
could
went
get
in-
to the point where I did trim my neck, but
How old were you when you went in?
originally 18, right at 18.
Oh God, you could barely grow a beard.
No.
So this is probably the first time you can actually
Yeah.
have a beard. Period.
So I had surgery one time, and I had long enough off. I grew pretty much a beard.
Thanks for joining, awesome lady. Be careful out there, or you young men, you be careful. You're
Yeah,
gonna
the
be
guys
attacked.
better be careful.
You're gonna be attacked.
Oh, speaking of beards, Mike.
Yeah. Like this gray
my
shit.
chick, my chick says you need to like grow a beard, or she's not digging the.
If I cared about getting pussy, I would worry. But I'm never
I do
getting
have
it.
a beard. I just
I'm
don't
never
know
getting
if
any
it's-
anyway, so it doesn't
The
matter.
light makes it blend in with
Yeah.
everything on my face.
But you know why I can't though? Seriously, my CPAP machine.
What?
It pushes it.
It'll still. Okay, so it does take a little, like when a hair goes up your nose. That is a little disconcerting the first time, but
But when you're a full and alive 285, you know you need that machine. So I don't wake up. I don't wake up dead. As
hey, as long as you stay below 3 bills, you're always good.
yeah, 3 bills is when it's I don't know.
That's-
I've never gotten over 300 by some miracle. I got close though. I got to 298. That's not good for 5'10". That's pushing
Never
the
hit
limits. That's redlining. That's
Never hit 3 though, so you're good.
yeah. So yeah, do 299. It's arbitrary. You're fine after that.
Yeah.
Just stay below 3 plates, you're good.
3 plate. Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to stay below 2 plates.
Yeah. Dude, my organs would thank me if I was under 200 or anywhere near 200. I'd be able to
plates on each side.
Yeah. I'd be able to pee without like cloud being in.
Don't you remember lifting once, Mike?
Like anytime I eat, I feel like my lips turn white. My blood sugar just
Well,
dips.
does eating at diners help you out now?
Yeah, that's
No.
Yeah, the funny thing is though, we don't have like any restrictions, so it's just the businesses that don't let you in. Like a lot of like they did, just the drive-throughs open, and I cannot stand to walk through a drive-through. I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think that's restrictions anymore. I don't think they have the employees.
No, they don't.
That's
No, they don't let you in. They just don't. Yeah, they just shut it off. So you got to go through the drive-through.
Well,
that's why you eat Subway.
I can't remember
all the
which
time.
ones, but
Yep.
I've gotten denied at walking through many a time.
Yeah, me too. That's the issue. Like I'll go to walk through or they'll act like I'm not there. I'll be standing at the speaker like hello, hello, and they're like just completely ignore me. So I'll walk around. I don't give up, man. I walk around. I'm at the fucking. I'm at the fucking window. Hey.
Big boy hungry.
Yeah. Feed me. The newest
I
guy.
need my double cheeseburger and Diet Coke.
Yeah. Get the bitchy girl to her. What do you want? I'm like.
No, but I feel you because I guess early summer or whatever, I was moving back, so I did ferrying several trailers. Actually, late summer too. And yeah, I was always like, where can I eat and park? And I don't want it to be fancy enough that it takes me a long time.
Yeah.
And
So it's mostly diners for me.
yeah.
If they got a big enough lot, I pull in. I never eat breakfast like every fat person, and I eat like a brunch like at 10:30, and I go in. So the breakfast.
You don't have any legit truck stops around you? You're too
I mean, if I go further, I have some. There's like in Michigan. There's they're called Loves. Is that a chain nationwide? Yeah, there's Loves. So you got like.
I
got
know
like Hardee's,
wide, but I've been around them.
yeah. You got Hardee's. You got like then they have their own little breakfast food court thing and whatever. Ohio Turnpike has their rest stops have like Burger King's the whole deal in there.
The Oasis.
Yeah.
Do they get
I think that's what they call them on the Turnpike. Oases.
Yeah. Would you say, Al?
Do they got lot lizards?
Nah. I haven't seen a lot lizard since, like, honestly, probably 2003. I don't know if they went extinct or they just. Or I'm local, but even if I go out like to Ohio, it's daytime. I'm never anywhere at night, so I wouldn't know like the prowling.
Well, I think with the you know the acronym, but whatever the computer thing is.
Computer.
for hours.
Oh yeah, my well, for us it's I don't know what it's I can't think of it.
Anyway, the thing that makes sure that they can only drive 8 hours, or you can do one.
You can do you can do 8 hours, but you need a half-hour break. And then if you do 10 hours, you need a 15-minute break. And then I think you max out at 12. Like you cannot drive more than 12.
But anyway, the computer that limits them, I think, because having driven across the U.S. quite a bit, semi-recently, like truckers, the straight over the road, they don't stick to any kind of like rhythm.
No.
You have guys that are like, oh, I want to miss daytime traffic, or I don't like to drive at night. So you see all kinds of weird schedules.
The over the road guys, they have plenty of workarounds. There's a really easy one. You got the thing that monitors you that sits on your dashboard. You just unplug it. Literally, it's your GPS. It logs you where you go. You just unplug it.
I thought you meant like they had the things that are supposed to actually watch you. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if they have them yet, but
we have one that they just get drowsy. They just tells our shop where we're at.
Oh, okay.
And I worked with a guy that don't work with us anymore, so it doesn't matter that I say this. He would unplug it, and he would do a little nappy time. And
smart.
And he was the he was a sergeant of arms in a 1% biker gang, so I never told on him because I didn't. I never. But
I don't see them as much
I never
anymore.
told on him because I like him a real lot.
Actually, I did seriously. I still like him. He still talks to me.
Yeah.
I tried to get him on here so many times, and I'm like, dude, you gotta call. You can call in. We won't. He goes, I'll just come to your living room. I don't give a fuck who knows who I'm. It wasn't that. He literally was just. He went down to the clubhouse. That's what he did on the weekend, and he just didn't have time for my gay ass little podcast. He didn't care. Like if I said his name, he did not care. He didn't give a shit because he wasn't.
He didn't have enough time for your gay ass podcast.
that's basically that's what. But he's like, I'll come down there one day, or I'll call in one day. They're like, well, I can call you this, or he's like, nah, you don't got to call me anything. You call me by my name, but he never did get on because he was a really good storyteller. Especially when he was putting the boots to people and stuff.
Do you see guys riding patch that much?
Around here?
Anymore?
Yeah, there's guys around here still. Oh, yeah. If it's warm out, you'll see them.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not driving it. I feel like I don't see it as much.
It's not. Biker club. That biker clubs are not as big as when we were kids.
Yeah.
No. When we were young, remember you'd grow up. Maybe we were growing up. We're all about the same age. You'd see dudes.
I lived on the interstate in South Dakota, man.
Oh yeah, so yeah, but you would see like a club like go through the light, and there's hundreds of them going through a light. You don't see that often.
No, and I think what it is.
Do they have a biker presence in South Dakota at any point during the year?
Yeah. Have you seen a biker in South Dakota? That's what I'm asking.
I'm old. How old am I? 43. So, when I was a kid, now people, honestly, most of them are pussies and stuff. Like, hey, don't fuck with bikers. Like, well, in 1980, that was real.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, he's wearing an HA patch. Like, yeah.
You don't fuck around, yeah. Well, there's a club around here. I don't know if they're 1%, but they definitely hang around, do the whole beer.
Well, if they're 3-patch, they're considered either way. Like, if you wear a 3-patch.
Well, they are then.
To the HA.
Well, they.
Hills Angels.
They're basically guys I played football with. Brian knows a couple of them. They came to our reunion thing.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yep.
And I played football with all of them. And I don't know. They're not the. They're like the most normal laid back type dudes, but that's how most of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What it is like now it's just you don't have as many people involved, like signing up or becoming members of it like there used to be. Like a lot of guys used to want to be part of it. It's the same thing with like all the lodges, the Eagles and Moose. They don't get any more, so the membership dies off. You know, they get old, and then there's no new members. You know?
Yeah, here's the thing, guys. Have you seen like a 22-year-old biker, like a guy that's patched? I haven't. I see guys guys our age are like the cutoff. Like,
Yeah, that's
10
it.
years ago in Georgia, I saw youngish guys in legit 3-patch clubs.
yeah, you don't see it a whole lot.
Not, obviously not a lot, but they did have, younger dudes that were 3-patch clubs. No, I just bring it up because I feel like, I used to see it a lot. I'm in an area where it wouldn't shock me to see HA, and I don't really see it. When I was in AK, Alaska, strangely, I saw Hell's Angels all the time.
Up in Alaska?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a beautiful place to ride.
See if you're like Eskimo fucking Hell's Angel guys.
You just get 3 months. I saw a lot of weird shit in Alaska. I guess probably because there are dudes with like a lot of money. I can't identify Lambos, but like it was a Lambo. I don't know exactly what kind, newish, Yeah, dude in a newish Lambo driving and
in fucking 2 feet of snow.
No, it's in the summer, but the thing is with the roads there is, what do you call them? Frost heaves. Like, well, you're in Michigan, so you see some. In Alaska, no shit. Like, I've jumped a 3/4 ton pickup on a frost heave. So I don't know how the hell you drive a Lambo that is no shit,
Yeah, it's basically a casket on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's got 3 inches of ground clearance.
I saw a Lambo at least once. There's some other exotics. I remember I'd see a Bentley a lot, like legit Bentley. Like, I think it's a convertible. It's like, and then the weird thing, like, there's no way you're getting service on that, like proper,
But to the biker thing, because this was the point I was going to bring up, and again, it's weird because I didn't really know any when I was younger, but now that I'm older, like I know a lot of these guys, and this is a different club, different guy entirely. He's a customer of mine. And he's like, dude, we had this giant party at the clubhouse, 3,000 people, and they had tents. It looked like a festival, 3,000 people, tents, the whole thing. And I was like, oh, cool. He's like, yeah, check it out, man. We had live bands. And then I saw the band playing, and I started laughing. He's like, what the fuck are you laughing at? I'm like, I go, did you guys have saliva come do your bash? And he's like, yeah. I'm like,
wow.
Dude, I'm like, he says that's the kind of I know, dude. A biker bash is WT. I'm WT. We know that. But to have saliva, I was just laughing, and like so they had that was like
when you put that in the notes, I didn't even know. I was like, "What's saliva at a biker bash mean?"
I don't know. There could be worse shit.
Yeah, I shall be back. I need some Taco Bell up in this bitch. All right.
Well, yeah.
Take care, Teddy.
Worse, dude. It could have been worse. They could have had puddle of mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Saliva's the worst band ever, but to me it was just funny because it was like
you're watching the video, all of a sudden you're like, is that saliva?
I'm just like laughing. He's like, yeah, what the fuck? And it's like he's a really cool dude. Well, the funny thing is because he got the joke, and why I was laughing because he was in thrash bands, like he did thrash when we were playing out us Skarnak and everything. He was too in a different band. He wasn't even a biker or anything at that point. He did that like later. And the funny thing is we knew a lot of the same people and everything, but I was like, that was weird. He never heard of us, and I never heard of him, but that's because we're local and
you never heard of us?
Yeah. But yeah, so I just started dying laughing. I see that Josie, whatever his name is. I'm right
Josie
there.
Scott.
I was at their bash.
Hey, Puddle of Mud ain't that bad.
Yeah,
when they Puddle their Nirvana, that
Puddle
was bad.
Mud. I hate Puddle of Mud. That band sucks.
Yeah.
Better Nickelback.
Better Nickelback.
I hate them too, but I hate Puddle of Mud. Too.
It's better than Nickelback by a field goal.
That's
now,
maybe a safety top.
The only thing Nickelback's done well is I got to give it to Homeboy for getting some 41's sloppy seconds.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, that's
Avril
yeah,
has
that's
not
right.
aged in 30 years.
yeah. Doesn't she claim that she has that Lyme disease?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever, I don't care. Just the funny thing is, she's what 38 now, and she still looks cheese pizza.
Her and Kristen Bell have not aged since they were 20.
No.
Yeah.
Kristen Bell is
Banging hot.
yeah. She's a local girl. She grew up about
Weirdo.
9 miles from here.
Yeah, not
Her
far.
and her man are both from here.
Yep.
He's
Dax.
definitely a weirdo.
Yeah, they're both local kids.
Yeah.
I got Posty local. Post Malone, what's up?
Yeah. Oh, is he from where you're from?
He's from No, he's from Syracuse.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought
That's
he was
why I
from
am
down south somewhere. I don't know why.
No, he's Syracuse white trash.
Well, that's all that matters then.
Yeah, have you heard? You know, he actually. I wish he'd do country. He actually does country. I know you probably were in when we were talking in the chat about it, or the Slack.
The Slack.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't outright hate country. It's funny. It's like my family's all rednecks. They're all hillbillies on my dad's side. And I got into some bluegrass. That was it.
Yeah, I like bluegrass.
And like, I like the typical city person's country. Like,
No,
Steve Earle, or like the basic. Like,
I wish Steve Earle wasn't
outlaw
such a faggot.
country man.
Oh, there you go on
Yeah.
YouTube. I said a bad word.
Who cares?
Yeah, I wish he wasn't such a weirdo because I actually like Steve Earle. No, Posty, like, he's like legit, like old when he sings, because he covers some songs. Like,
Mhm.
it just like what the Joe Rogan and hipsters would actually like. Like, oh, I like Sturgill Simpson.
Sturgill
Way to ruin it.
Simpson.
You guys are
Sturgill.
douchebags. You ruined it.
Oh yeah, that's how they even know that name.
That's funny because Post Malone covered Sturgill Simpson.
Yeah. Well, he covered God, who's the Brad Paisley, because I think he's a bundle of sticks too. But he covered one of his songs, and it was like way better than Brad Paisley.
I'll say this about Brad Paisley. You can think what you want about country music. That dude will rip a guitar to shreds.
Shred.
Dude,
Yep.
I've seen him. There was a VH1 show where it's called like Crossroads, where they take like a
Is it with
country.
John Mayer?
Yeah, country. And he fucking outplayed John Mayer, no problem. Like,
Oh, yeah.
John
That's-
Mayer's known for playing, isn't he?
yeah, and John Mayer is a straight up badass on guitar. Another guy that I'm not a fan of. I'm not just saying that to save face. I'm not like I'm a metal guy. I don't like anything. I'm not into Mayer and I'm not into Paisley. But I can tell you, I know that they're both. And I didn't know about that Paisley could play. I know that Mayer could. And then they went and they were like doing Crossroads, like lick for lick, not competing, but just showing each other, like, hey, this is how I do. And Paisley was like fucking shredding. I was like, dude.
Well, I guess he's dead too, but couldn't Prince actually play?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Prince was like
He could hit the ball.
the beginning of Dove's Cry. The beginning of when Doves Cry, he does like an Eddie Van Halen like speed lead. He's like, "Ah!" like he's like that. He was that good. Like
another country guy too. Vince Gill's a really good guitar player too.
he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
Vince Gill, if just because he like wrote a song about his brother dying. I kind of like respect that. Like, that's fucking hard, dude.
Yeah. How do you get through that recording process?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a bitch. Now he's good. Chad Atkins, an old school guy. That was a guy like my.
Well, Chet Atkins is so old. He's like, people will be like, he's country. It's like, was he though?
Well, I mean,
he was really good.
like-
I can tell you that. It was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they can. Well, the picking style of a country probably came from the banjo stuff, but the fast picking, they almost had like a metal speed to them because of because banjos, they had the fucking picks on all the hands,
Yeah.
So when they would
Those
just shred,
Tough.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's some.
Well, a lot of the old school country guys, I mean, they started out in more rock and roll. Waylon Jennings wanted to be rock and roll. He was actually supposed to die in. It was his seat. He gave it up to Richie Valens.
Oh yeah, I saw that. The funny thing the other day, because I got into the whole.
I don't think they discussed it in the movie or the La Bamba.
Yeah, it is in the movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't say Waylon's name, but he's like, heads, you get in the plane. Tails, you freeze your ass off on the bus. And Jennings like, oh shit, I got to go on the bus.
I don't really remember La Bamba because I watched it a long time ago. I like Bob. I know he was a bad person, but
Bob. Yeah, Esai Morales. That's one of my favorite actors. That's one of my favorite actors ever.
Ultraviolet,
dude. Ultraviolet, absolutely. And I still can't find a legit copy of that fucking movie because when I find it,
I thought you got one.
No, Danis sent me. The Swedish guy from our Slack group, he found a copy of it, and for some reason it was one of those things you could download it, but it was super slow because it was probably directly from some guy's fucking server in the Congo or something.
I thought you were gonna say it was like filmed off the screen.
Yeah. So, but I still haven't found a legit copy of fucking Ultraviolet with Esai Morales, and I want it because I want to do a what do you call it? Where we watch it.
Watch along.
Yeah, watch along. Yeah.
Have a viewing party.
You can scream that.
Well, it's like my coworker's name's Chris, and I talked to Chris. Because Esai's like torturing that blonde woman named Chris. Such a great movie. It's actually a terrible movie, but I don't.
Until you brought it up, and like I must have watched it on, I assume Skinamax.
Yeah.
To be real. Yeah. What did they call it? They had something after dark. Right?
Oh. All I know is they would have the Skinamax porn, but that would be on after the B-rate martial arts. Yeah. So you'd have
I know you want Andy something or other. Remember those movies?
Andy.
Yeah, Buff Bagwell.
Oh yeah, the Women of the Night or something. Women. Dangerous Women.
The director was Andy something.
Julia Strain was in that. Like 6'2", hot ass fucking brunette woman.
She was tall?
Huh. Yeah, she's about 6'2".
Yeah, I didn't look at. I stopped.
Lethal Ladies. That's what it was called.
Lethal Ladies.
Lethal Ladies. Julia Strain. No, that stuff was the shit.
Remember Silk Stockings?
Yep. You guys remember David Duchovny, Red Shoe Diaries?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That was Showtime's version of Skinamax. Then he went legit with fucking the X-Files.
Andy Sedaris.
Yes.
Yes,
I think he was actor. Or director.
Director,
I'm
yeah.
sure you remember Shannon
Ladies.
Tweed.
He did Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shannon Tweed was like America's girl.
Yes.
After midnight.
Yes.
So anyone our age.
And everybody had her.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh. Because you had to either, because when you were 14, 15, you couldn't, there was no internet, so you couldn't go buy it. You'd have to have a creepy uncle or something to get a hold of real porn. So what you could get was Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
Or you had a VCR.
Yeah, VCR.
You had to learn how to set it.
Yeah. But Shannon Tweed, and it'd always be like some weird, like crappy action film mixed in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a scene with Kato Kalin. He did one of them soft porns.
I always liked how it was like the guys had to keep their pants on in those movies.
Yeah.
And they're like just stroking away. It's like,
yeah,
you're not even in your underwear, man. You're like you're in the jeans. They're not unbuttoned or anything. Like you have your shirt off. That's it.
Or the girl's riding like up on his abdomen completely. It's like,
yeah.
So unless he's John Holmes, nothing's not even the tips going in.
Unless you're what's his name, Marsden or whatever. Not Marsden.
What?
Who's the actor got in trouble because he take his guards off?
Oh yeah, I can't think of it though. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
Franco, James Franco, not Marsden.
Oh, James Franco.
Because they're supposed to wear guards like on top of that, and like he would take them off.
Oh, so he could poke in.
Get a little. Ooh, ooh.
He get a little tip action.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
If you want
He's
to
not
get
gonna
in
get
there.
any other way. He's only James Franco. He's not gonna get chicks if he wants them.
Yeah, didn't he
I
get
don't know if he
canceled? Is that
wants
why he's
it.
gone? Did he not get canceled?
Kind
Oh, he's been canceled. Even
Yeah.
Seth
Yeah, but he's
Rogen
still-
canceled him.
Was it for the guard non guard thing?
Yeah, because
Yeah, well, that was part of it.
it was because he had like an acting school or something, and sounds like he would like, we should film a scene together.
On this black couch.
We need to do some proper training.
This pleather couch with this
This is
shockingly familiar desk also.
This is called a temperature check.
Yep.
You know what though? I think you were kind of you've gotten into it before, like, honey, do you not know what's going on?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah, it
think?
just
What
so
do you think?
happens that everyone in Hollywood is hot. Why is that? How do they get
not to
those
be
jobs?
Not to fully excuse, but like, I'm pretty sure we've known Marilyn Monroe did not get passed around.
Yeah, all the women didn't have Kathy Bates' acting chops as.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that actually caught in on her merit. The rest.
And unfortunately, she has a nude scene.
Yeah.
She does have a nude scene.
Yeah. Trying to think, but like
If you want to see it, I can send you the link.
No.
Kathy
I
Bates
almost- I almost
naked.
said-
Just drop it in the chat.
No, don't drop. Yeah, drop them in the chat, Brian.
Yeah, let me do that.
No, if you can send them to me and I can put them in the chat, because that's not. There's nothing illegal about that.
It's okay.
I'll put it on the screen. Oops.
Brian is our Mr. Skin. He's like,
Mr.
oh, I have
Yeah.
a link.
Remember that guy first showed up on the Drew and Mike, a local morning show,
yeah.
Mr.
Yep.
Skin, and that dude knows every nude girl that's ever done nude ever.
Yeah, it was funny. Like he didn't reveal his identity back then. Like nobody knew who he was or anything, and he was just Mr. Skin. And he'd talk about they'd ask him different fucking people, and
Yep.
he'd tell you exactly where.
He was
Yeah,
like
and then-
the beginning of the internet.
Yeah, and there would be a woman that he didn't. No, I don't think she's ever done one, and that's how you knew she really never did, because he couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
So if Mr. Skin couldn't find the girl's nude scene, then she never did a nude scene.
Nope.
It's
So
as
it'd be
simple as
funnier
that.
to ask him guys that like secretly did porn, like Sylvester Stallone.
And Jackie Chan.
Jim Carrey.
What?
Yeah, Jim Carrey did a
Jackie
little porn.
Chan?
Jackie Chan did some Chinese porn.
Did he really?
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah,
Wow.
heard
Well,
about that.
insert small dick joke.
Yeah.
They
Cream
Did they
of some
blur
young
it all
guy.
out?
What's that, Alan?
Guy.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey did, huh?
Paging Dr. Faggot!
Yes. He's...
Wow, that is loud in the headphones.
Yeah.
It was louder than I thought. Some echo to it too.
Yeah. I got some
He was so much better as that character. I hate that now he's like,
trying to be a
nice
real
guy.
actor.
Yeah.
It's dumb. I like when everybody's a little bit raw and just, or like this. You get cornered by Rebecca De Mornay.
Don't fuck with me, retard.
That's louder.
that's
I
really
hear it a
loud.
lot clearer now.
Who wouldn't want to be pinned down by Rebecca De Mornay?
Now
Back
she's
then.
funny in that she started Shannon Tweed route, tried to go mainstream, and then ended up
Yeah.
back to Skinamax.
Yeah. Back into the thing.
Well, Shannon
Yeah.
Tweed started. She was a model. That's how she started. And then she did Playboy.
Yeah.
She
Well,
wasn't
she was on
even in
First
it.
and 10. Does everybody remember First and 10?
Oh yeah, first and
the
ten.
HBO football show.
Like I'm talking like in the late
OJ.
70s. Late 70s, she was a model, and then then she was Playboy Playmate of the Year. That's how she got started. And then she was in Hot Dog the movie.
Yeah,
Bad
That's
skiing
right.
movie.
Hot dog and hamburger. we had
That was-
both.
Hamburger the movie, yes.
Yeah,
Yep, I saw that was the first time I ever saw her. Hot Dog the movie.
I think the
Which
first
was
time.
of the
Koozie scene.
was hot dog was of the ski 80s
Yep.
ski movie genre.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That dude he was from Boise. He was from Idaho. He was coming to ski down in California.
Remember they
Oh,
tried
which I want to shout out to one of my guilty pleasures, Aspen Extreme.
Oh,
I love
Is it-
Aspen
what-
Extreme.
Funny thing about Aspen Extreme, it was almost like they tried to revamp a thing at the end. You know, like at ski movies were kind of on the outs, like it was over, and
Yeah, right.
It was almost like trying to be a hair metal band after Kurt Cobain showed up. Like they were trying to redo it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Extreme, dude.
No, I
Two
thought you meant
guys
they like redid the ending.
Would you say? Would you say, Al?
they worked at the Ford plant in Wayne, Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Great White Hype. What's his name? Berg? Peter
Yeah.
Berg.
Yeah, Peter Berg.
Yeah, he was
Before
in
he
that.
became a famous like director, producer, or whatever he is.
Yeah.
now.
He's
He makes some
directed
shit movies, though.
Yeah, but he's done a lot of shows too, TV shows too. Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
You know,
I
though,
prefer the Friday Night Lights TV show.
They say he was in shitty movies, but he's in like what my sisters called Mike movies, which are bad movies that I like. They always call it a bad Mike movie.
Nope.
Oh,
Pete
the
Berg
movies
does
he's
like-
in, I
'Cause he-
like.
See the like
The movies
Great
he
White
makes,
Hype
he
I liked.
directs, I don't like.
Fucking was the one where about Travis Walton and the guys that got abducted?
Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky.
Iron Sky.
I love that movie. And
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Travis
No, he was
Walton
always-
still does interviews on conspiracy channels to this day.
Yeah, dude.
He's
Peter
still
Berg
around.
I'm
acting in
surprised
movies.
that you know who he is.
Peter
Yeah.
Berg
Yeah, I
acting in
love
movies is
movies.
fine. It's when he tries directing and producing movies, I don't like him all the time.
No, yeah.
He
No,
made
he's like
fucking
50-50. He
He
makes
made
like a good
Battleship.
movie, and then he makes a trash movie.
Yeah, Battleship.
He did Battleship. That was him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know what
Battleship.
Oh, come on, Peter. Jesus Christ. But that Fire in the Sky might be one of my favorite movies ever.
That had
I fucking love that
E.B.
movie.
Sweeney.
Because that was back when I believed it was like real, like dude, aliens are here. And like because I was like 14, right? I'm like, you guys don't understand. And that's when that first, like, before disclosure was even a word. Like,
Yeah.
it was like,
Michael Douglas movie.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Before that movie even came out. And was it Demi Moore trying to rape him?
Yeah. Ew, what do you need to report
Get off
that.
me, you crazy slut! Yeah, right. But that that
Michael
movie, like,
Douglas.
I would go around and tell people, like, this has happened, and it got verified, this and that. And then Bob Lazar came along, and I believed all of it. And then Bob Lazar did an interview on, I've talked about it here, but no one watches the show, so on the off chance, no one's going to go through our back catalog. Bob Lazar did an interview with,
Joe Rogan.
no, not that one,
Way before.
like in the 90s, Art Bell.
Art-
He did an interview with Art Bell, and I remember listening to it like because I'm like listening on AM at night to Coast to Coast,
Listen.
and I'm like, oh my god! And then it dawned on me, I'm like, this guy, because I was getting a little older, I was like 18, 19. I'm like, this guy's a fucking liar, because he had his publicist or the guy that wrote his book or helped him write a book, and everything. Like he goes, he kept referring to the guy that wrote his book. Like, well, what? I don't recall this. What happened? This is supposedly a guy with like a 180 IQ or something, and his publicist had to keep saying like what happened in Bob's life. So I don't know. I don't believe Bob Lazar. I think he's a fucking liar. That's my personal opinion.
Well, plus, what did Uncle Alex say about they're interdimensional?
Yeah, they're interdimensional. Yeah, they're not. You can't build their craft. But anyway, yeah, I watched it and like it kind of dawned on me that the guy was a liar, and then a guy named Danknet also shit on Lazar. What Lazar was, I think he was somebody that may have done some civilian contracting at a base, but there's just stuff that he made up, in my opinion.
Well, I think
Travis Walton's story is consistent enough. I don't necessarily believe him, but at least it's been consistent, and there's been no like add-ons or anything. So
make your lie believable, you know. Can't
yeah,
be fancy.
he if you're gonna lie like Walton. That's just, I guess that's my point.
Oh, I was gonna say, having been around the military once or twice, you can make a lot of shit sound like good.
Oh sure.
You know, like a lot of people just don't understand some of the like, I don't know, over the topness at some things. Like, if you remember back the Hillary Clinton thing, people were shitting on her. They're like, it's like no, you literally can't have the two wires of the different internet touching. Like, no, that's actually in the rig. Now, I don't think that if you have the secret and the regular internet, sipper and nipper, they call them, touch, there's probably going to be bleed, but it does literally say they can't touch.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone's gonna make something sound way cool. Like Bob, he's been on the show. Bob, my buddy, military guy. He had the night vision goggles, and he saw shit all the time in his night when he was in Iraq.
You'd see fly-offs. Just,
and he said I would see shit doing like the weird zigging and zagging, and he said I could totally go with it and tell you it's this, but it's probably this. He goes, but you could build a story around it if you wanted. You could.
So a lot of it is, especially when you amplify with like a passive device that needs some ambient light like that, or night vision, like static electricity shows up. Like if you've ever watched a helicopter through, the green shit.
No, that's a demonic shapeshifter, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know.
Swamp gas.
Did Bob tell you about guys fucking goats and stuff?
Oh yeah, he saw all that. Yeah.
Pick up at night.
It's like you can see some.
Oh God damn it!
Yeah. He went on about that. Actually, he said when depending, he goes, every town wasn't the same, but some towns, like those dudes were like straight up like with each other, like holding hands, like straight up, like this is my guy.
No, you get a lot of weirdness because it's like, well, this is an out. Like, it says we can't fuck a woman who's not our wife. Doesn't say anything about me fucking Steve.
Yeah. Nahad here, me and
Ibrahim. I could fuck Ibrahim.
Samir?
What's that? You getting
mean
cool?
Samir, not Steve,
Samir,
right?
Yeah, Samir, yeah. Not Steve, Samir.
Well, and speaking of like weird get-arounds, I learned about recently, and Al might know because he was in that area. What do they call it? Dick soaking. I learned about dick soaking.
Yeah, yes, I just heard about it.
Oh no. What is this, guys? Explain it.
There's a variation also, and I forget what they call it, but they have something about they
young
jump on a
women
bed
do it.
while someone's dick soaking.
Oh, well,
I've never heard
right,
of this.
So what I saw was this Mormon thing called soaking, and basically the guy inserts into his girlfriend, but they don't move, and that way they stay virgins.
But if you bust a nut,
yeah.
How does that work? What you just
There's still penetration.
you penetrate but
It's
don't
just-
thrust? Is that?
it's probably
it's
4chan shit.
Oh God, penetrate.
That sounds dumb. I mean, it sounds great, but it sounds dumb.
I heard about it.
Now there was I remember in high school the girls that believed that only the pussy made them a virgin.
Yeah.
Right.
So they would go through backdoor channels.
Yep.
And I remember hearing this, and they thought that made them a virgin by getting the old Hershey Highway.
I will go to I think it was Clerks or whatever. She's like, well, I've only had sex with 3 guys, but I sucked 20 dicks. He's like,
Yeah.
That's not better. No, that's
yeah.
in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's it's so much worse.
yeah, that's actually
What happened to Kevin Smith? You write that, and then
he was, dude. When that Clerks. The funny thing is, I didn't watch Clerks when it came out at all. I watched Clerks when I was like 30 plus. I was older, and I watched it. And I was like, "Wow, this is really good." And then I kind of went through the only thing I saw was one scene, the finger cuff scene, when I was young. younger.
No, that's Chasing Amy.
Yeah, but that's not from that movie. But just the only New Jersey thing that I saw was that scene.
Oh,
and he's like you're, and like just how graphic like he was bitching her out. You had one guy doing this and one guy doing that. I was like, this is a fucking hilarious scene. But yeah, they can't take that. Everybody has great art and then they fade out. It's like an athlete. My dad even said it. He goes. They say you lose it, but he's talking about like guys that write music. He's like they're kind of like an athlete. He goes, even like music, you're only good at it when you're young. He's like, you get old, it goes to shit, just like your athletic ability.
I'm still gonna go back to Sam Kinison said it. He's like, rockers against drugs. That's like Christians against Christ.
Yeah.
It's like all the good music was created while they were on drugs.
Yeah, when they get clean, it's over.
Drugs, right? Shit.
Yeah.
He goes, all of a sudden their songs got meaning. Yeah.
Didn't we talk about I forget what they call it, but when they went to Russia, that all the Russians go to Russia.
And wasn't it like a thing about against drugs? Wasn't that the whole point of it? Like rock stars against drugs and
it was rad, dude. Rockers against drugs, and it was because somebody got busted with drugs, so they started that whole Then every time they got busted, they all had to do like PSAs and shit. Rockers against drugs.
And
I just thought it was weird hearing about the plane because like somebody bring it up and they're like Bon Jovi, and it's like Bon Jovi's not known for, like, I don't doubt they did, but it's like, wow, they kept that under wraps, and evidently they were just doing everything like everybody.
Well, it was kind of like old wrestling days. The Von Erichs were the biggest druggies of them all, but like the public perception was the Freebirds partied more, or these guys partied more. The Von Erichs were worse than any of them. But didn't you watch the Plane Ride from Hell? No, I gotta watch it though.
You should watch Dark Side. That one, it's a hit piece. It's like it's obvious. It's obvious. Like fuck WWE.
Yeah.
The Plane Ride from
Hell. In wrestling, the Plane Ride from Hell was a bunch of is this Amish underground? Yeah, kind of, buddy. Was it because our beards? Amish Underground. That's a pretty good show. That's a pretty good cap.
Well, I can't see Alan right now, but isn't he clean shaven right now?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, he isn't.
Amish Underground. That's actually we look like Amish. So Jebediah, where do you think this? The Plane Ride from Hell. Did you watch it?
I want to be Jethro. No, so the WW, they were doing a European tour and they chartered an airplane, and then they got stuck on the tarmac for, I forget, it was like hours. They were stuck on the tarmac long enough they had to send more booze out to them. And then I think Mr. Perfect fucked with Brock Lesnar, and Brock picked him up. And then everybody freaked out because he slammed him into an emergency door.
Yeah, and they were worried about the door opening and then getting sucked out.
Yeah. Ric Flair evidently was doing the helicopter.
Yeah, and I guess Ric Flair's gifted downstairs, and he was doing the helicopter.
And then
everyone that whips their dick out at a party is almost always, they're either huge or small. The joke's it's either thing. You never see a normal dick.
Well, that's why my theory on average dick size, that I think that the average is skewed.
Yeah.
Because you're only going to be like, yeah, measure my dick. It's a micro penis. What do I care? Or I'm packing enough meat that I'm Ric Flair and I can do the helicopter.
Yeah. If you're like this, if you're Snuffleupagus like that, or you're a pin dick, you don't care, right? But all the rest of us in between are always panicked about it. Like, oh wait.
All I've seen is porn.
Yeah.
And my dick doesn't show in her stomach.
Yeah. You don't see her going like that.
The Plane Ride from Hell, that's part of a series, huh? Dark Side of the Ring?
Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring.
Thoughts on quarantine camps? I'm going to go to them because I'm not vaccinated. That's my thoughts on them. So if Uncle Alex is right, then I guess you could say goodbye to me. Off to the camps I go.
They're building one. They got one built out in Washington. I don't know, Pacific Northwest.
We're gonna take you away from your family for your own good. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, right.
Like
This is for your own good.
yeah, that's like good for your. This is for
Like
your own good.
Australia videos.
The government
Not wearing
cares
your
about
mask, I'm
you.
gonna choke you.
Yeah. It's like Brian and Al will be safe. They complied.
Yeah.
They complied.
I complied.
Did you?
I took
Oh my god.
I gotta get a job, man.
I gotta get a job.
Gotta
So
get a job.
I'm the only pure blood here.
I got
I
the
took
real.
the
I got the real one though.
Yeah, I got the you got the one that they give to people that actually helps.
No. I mean, I got the J&J.
Oh,
So
you got
it's
the
actually
gay and gay.
Yeah, the gay and gay.
I got the-
Hold on a second. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm just waiting for the DOT. You know they're gonna. I re-up in December. You know they're not gonna fucking let me walk out of that.
You know what's
motherfucking room.
weird?
They're not gonna let
Other
me
than-
walk out of there.
Other than hospitals, have you heard like shit about that mandate?
No.
Nah,
And I'm DOT. I drive a truck, and no one has come up to me and like, hey, just so you know, they want shit
You guys-
moved.
Do you have 100 employees?
No.
Well, you should get 100 employees.
No, we actually there's 100 employees, then there's a tax bracket for 50 employees, okay? And there's 100 and 50. We purposely stay under 50. So we're at about 42. So
I think it's, on companies it's weird. You probably know it's like they're either gonna like do that or like, yeah, we have 2,000 employees.
So Awesome Lady said, I complied. Medicaid wouldn't approve surgery without it. Yay, government control. Yeah, we know. Sorry that happened.
yeah,
Well, yeah, VA would probably fuck me if I didn't get it anyway.
I'm a guinea pig, man.
Pretty
I'm
soon, I'm gonna be doing this.
Get out for the government.
I'm gonna be doing a show, and Brian and Al are.
I didn't. I said fuck it. I'll let the government like test shit on me.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, see,
No,
the thing is with me,
already
I trust the
explained
government. They have our best interest.
I already
Me,
explained
that's
why
what I
did
believe.
it.
So I want my show to
con-
stay on.
I wanted to
Says
go
the
to
guy who
Susan's
doesn't
gonna
have a
get
shot
you
yet.
anyway.
Yeah. All right.
I want to go to sporting events and concerts.
Gotta pee
and I
again.
don't wanna wear a stupid mask.
All right, time to talk shit about Mike. He's gone.
Yeah,
His
You can't hear it 'cause
childlike bladder.
childlike chick bladder.
You know, it's probably because he peed the bed when he was a
Returned
kid.
from the void.
He
You
was
guys
Our
all
other
the
talk
cousin-
bed.
about him.
Our other cuz hath returned from the void.
Oh,
We're
is
up
he
to 4
back?
people in this.
Yes, I don't know who D Live is.
That's somebody that's through
On
D Live.
D-Live?
It's a rando. It's a random person who I'm glad they're listening. But
So is the foot shortage thing real? Food shortage thing?
Yes.
yeah,
Sure.
At
the
least around
grocery
me.
store. No, it's true. Even our grocery stores, there's not a lot of stuff.
So-
I mean, there's still stuff on the shelves, but
So I noticed it's like up to what store, like the stores don't like, they aren't like all out of the same thing. So it's a weirder like supply issue than that. Like I like to get me a nice green Monster, not a white one, because
Yeah.
I don't want to be the full boomer. But Walmart does not have those. But they're not like in short anywhere else. But whatever Walmart's supply deal is, they don't have those. My Walmart is out of ice a lot, which
Ice?
I don't get. Yeah, ice.
Oh yeah,
Negative
food
ice?
shortages are coming. They're coming. Absolutely.
I don't. Well, ice is the one that gets me. How can you be out of ice? It's like, can't you just make it?
Buy-
Well, they
water.
get
Well, if you have a freezer, you're fine.
I mean, even but from the store though, it's like the ice supplier is like, nope, there's a water shortage. I think we know if there's a water shortage.
Well, so that's why I'm saying, like, for Walmart at least, like, I don't think it's like I think they have some like a supply issue, like a contract, or like it's
Yeah.
not for them. It's not like it's the supply
Well,
is short.
without
fuck something else up.
without turning my show into complete and total InfoWars, I'll just say the one thing I'll say about the mandates with the vaccine. Once they found out, and they just said it today too again, that the vax does not prevent transmission, only symptom reduction, right? Mm-hmm. So once they found out that it does not prevent transmission, it should have been the end of the mandates. They should have just dropped it completely. Because if it doesn't stop grandma or anybody else from getting sick, then what's the fucking point of a mandate? If I'm going to die because I'm a fat pig and like, I know that someone's going to do that to me, you know. Fatso doesn't get the vaccine and haha, he's dead. He should have got it. I know that's coming if I die from it, but the reality is, if it doesn't stop transmission, then what's the point of a mandate? Because it only kills me. It's like it's a seatbelt argument.
Control.
It's the seatbelt argument again.
I think I just heard somebody whisper "control." I don't know if I did.
Yeah,
or not.
like
I don't know.
I guess you can make an argument for, well, you're taking up a hospital bed that someone that did the right thing, right? Someone that did the right. You know the right thing is, leave me alone. That's the right thing. If I want to die of fatness here in my own house, leave me alone. And I want that for see this is called edema right there. That's edema. So if I die, it's because of that, not because of a respiratory virus that I would have survived had I been 100 pounds lighter. So that's edema.
Will you get that on your headstone?
Get that.
That's edema. Hey, that's another 2000s brand.
Yeah.
Yep,
brand.
there you go.
He
That's what I was
died
gonna
of
Edema.
Here lies Michael.
I'll get
He died
inside you. You guys can play it.
Wasn't that one of the relatives of Deftones, Chino Moreno's cousin or brother or something was in edema?
Wow,
Oh, I meant died of fatness.
Oh, died of
Also
fatness.
died of fatness.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Actually, it's quite common.
Edema's much better.
Actually, even with COVID, that's the most common way to die in America. Fatness.
Can we talk about Raw?
Raw? The band Raw?
Maybe? Yeah.
Can you call my name? What's that song called? What's that song like? I know that.
Will You Call My Name, I think.
Will you call my name? Yeah. Will you call my name?
There's another group, I can't think of the name, because I remember they were getting trolled on Twitter.
Trapped.
Trapped, yes, Trapped official.
Yeah, Trapped is he argues with anyone on the internet always.
Oh, I found it. The lead vocalist of Edema was the half-brother of Jonathan Davis.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, so he does meth. That's good to know.
Okay.
There never was
Speaking
a
of drugs, because Korn was on meth.
Yeah,
Their big album.
There never was a fat Barbie. That's true. Yeah, I don't know
Hey,
that.
You know who else will argue on Twitter? Sebastian Bach.
That's true.
There's a lot of people are professional.
I dropped the
I would
God,
not
God
doubt
kills
that one
fags
bit.
every time on him.
Oh yeah. Oh, AIDS kills
Or
fags dead.
AIDS kills fags. Well, God, dude.
Yeah, AIDS kills fags dead.
I would not doubt Sebastian Bach likes to fight on Twitter.
Yeah, he was always one of those argumentative people.
Yep.
It's a funny thing. Like people like their fan base, like they'll have their following will grow on Twitter, but their actual fan base will decrease.
Yeah.
So I think Hitler had a lot of great ideas, personally.
You know who else will argue on Twitter? I can't remember which one is which, but one of the London brothers.
London.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeremy and Jason London. One of them was
remember which one
in Dazed and Confused. The other one was in Mallrats.
One of them's a dick. One of them isn't, or something.
Probably both.
Depends what you go by.
It's
one
all
was a
Gordon.
rapist, though.
It's all Gordon.
Yeah.
Thoughts on immigration? My thoughts are I still want to have friends. So I don't want to talk about it. So,
Speaking of
I forgot about
immigration,
the food.
that's
Food. That's how you get it. The food.
Speaking of celebrities, Shaq wants to give up his celebrity.
Yeah, Shaq Shaq renounced his celebrity status. Did you see that, Mike?
Yeah, that should be easy for him. Yeah, you know that he did that, and
quit
2 days
doing
later he was
commercials, Shaq.
DJing. 2 days after he did that, he was DJing and stage dived.
Did he kill anybody?
No, but he did. He did hit the ground.
Yeah, premise land. He's like, I identify as normal. He identifies as normal.
You remember
Give up his
Shaq's
celebrity
big
status.
rat hit.
It should be real easy for him to just disappear. You know, he's
7 foot tall.
No, he's like 7'3".
On every commercial.
Only 300 pounds.
You want to fight? Come fight me.
I'm sure he's more than 300 pounds now.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you want to talk about fight? We should talk about old Chunk Unger wanting to fight Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Sank.
Yeah.
Or Chink.
Yeah, Sank Iger. He got mad at Joe Rogan. No, Sank Iger is or Chink or Sank. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know.
He runs
Genocide denier.
He does the Young Turks YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Brand. And he got mad at Rogan about something. He's like, I would lay that dude out in a fight, no problem.
No,
look, dude, I don't care what you think about Rogan. Rogan will fucking beat the shit out of the average dude, no problem. Rogan's been training forever. You can think what you want about Rogan. You ain't beating him up. Fucking Rogan will do that fucking sidekick and your ribs are going to get shattered.
And plus, I don't like that Young Turks guy at all. I hope he dies.
Yeah. Well, when he's not busy denying the Armenian genocide, he's an alright guy.
I was actually kind of hoping it was his nephew.
Oh, Hassan?
The nephew kind of bothers me more than Chunk, because Chunk's just Chunk.
We're just going to call him Chunk now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what his real name is. It's Chunk.
It's Chunk. Yeah, Shaq winks and dressed as a light post. Shaq. Yeah, that dude. I don't know, dude. Some people. The thing is, just because I don't like someone doesn't mean I can't acknowledge that they won't wail on me. You know.
He should be able to disappear right into the world with no problems. You know, no celebrity, nothing. Should be easy.
Yeah, it's like I renounce. No, I agree with him. He's like, all these celebrities are weird. They're crazy. That's true, Shaq.
I agree.
But you don't need to renounce your fame to acknowledge that other famous people are weird. Stop going to the devil worship Illuminati parties they have.
Yeah.
Don't go to those. If you don't go to those, don't drink the baby blood or whatever the fuck they do.
Sacrificing babies, dude.
Don't start the owl on fire or whatever it is.
Did you guys ever see that video of the guy in the Scorpions that talked about he went to a snuff party? You ever hear, like, the guy in the Scorpions, the band, the German guy?
Legit?
He goes, I went to a party. He goes, these rich people, it's fucked up, man. And he was like, I don't know if he was just drunk enough to tell the truth or drunk enough to tell a lie. But he was like,
that's a weird lie.
I went to a party and like the party they killed people like right there, and then it was a big thing like on all conspiracy videos, and then they went and asked him again, and he acted like, well, it's not exactly as I described. He totally like backed off. Maybe
he lost his accent and everything. He's like,
maybe people called him.
He doesn't speak German anymore. He's like, no, that's not what I meant. It's just pure English.
Pure English.
His story became 8mm.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Joachim Phoenix.
I'm not gonna get his
name right.
That's a fucked up movie, but it's good.
It's great. It's so great, but it's so messed
up. Oh, it's got
up.
Gandolfini too.
Gandolfini.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the new Sopranos? I ain't watched it.
I heard it's bad.
I heard it's just like a episode of the show, but trying to do like a prequel series. Not good. That's okay. I wasn't gonna watch it anyways. Ain't my thing.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't have HBO Max, so I don't know how to Pirate Bay anymore.
No, I don't either. I don't pirate anything. Ever.
After you got 66 emails.
And he had to switch ISPs.
I have a very good VPN now, too.
Dude, I definitely was getting nailed in, like, the O's.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just fucking like Comcast just fucking filling up the screen with emails.
Yeah, I had to.
I love that they'd actually say what you were stealing shit and stuff too.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
one of the ones funny. We were talking about Kristen Bell, and I had forgetting Sarah Marshall. That was one of my threats. Like you downloaded those.
That's a hell of a movie. It's actually a good one to get caught with.
I don't know. I it's cringe to me.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you're a bitch. I can't get over what's his name.
Jason.
The guy from How I Met Your Mother, Marshall.
Yeah.
Just some of it's like, yo, dude, you're just being a bitch.
I thought that movie was funny, man.
Yeah.
When he starts doing the pirate opera thing in the bar.
Vampire.
Yeah, but I mean, he wants to do puppets. Remember he talks about doing puppets, but when he does the song in the bar, holy fuck, man!
Yeah,
I lost it,
dude. That's when I did too. I'm like,
God.
no, he's not. And everybody's like, just look at it. I'm like,
guys, I just put a link in the chat. That link will allow you to join the show. We're up to 6 viewers. We are burning it up. We may as well be the Joe Rogan podcast with all these numbers we're doing right now. The JRE. But if you guys click that link, you can join us.
We can pretend I'm Mike Baker. I'll talk about the CIA.
It's no.
So, Mike, when you guys are drinking baby blood to prolong your life,
I was not with that part of the CIA.
We have a lot of people who love us.
That's like the part where Scooter Libby, outed that one chick.
Oh yes, yeah.
More of the Johnny Michael Spahn part, paramilitary officer.
The military.
No, paramilitary.
The paramilitary, yeah.
Paramilitary officer, ground branch.
So the paramilitary, what's the difference between paramilitary and military?
So generally, paramilitary would mean it's like a quasi kind of a lot of times people use it. It means like it's like police that use military tactics and whatnot. Like the IDF is actually more of a paramilitary because they're not really like going out and doing anything. They're just defending themselves.
Okay.
But what they would call the actual like legit badasses that like the guys that went in on September 12th to Afghanistan were paramilitary officers.
Okay, what does clandestine ops mean? I saw that the other day. What the does that mean? Like local or I don't know.
Well, no, that's like so when you hear black ops. So you have black. There's like black, white, gray. Black is like legit. Like, so do you remember? Well, none of us were alive. Even Alan. I don't think.
Even Alan. I refreshed myself with soy baby blood.
No, when the U2 got shot down, you heard about that?
Yeah.
Francis Gary Powers?
Yeah. So for the longest time, that was like they're like, no, that's not American. What are you talking about? No, like they disavowed it essentially. Like you're on your own pretty much.
Okay. So like now my brother-in-law who is Air Force, he was talking about that guy and a few others who have been captured, and he said they basically did not do what they're supposed to because they're supposedly, if you're in spy planes, you're supposed to keep a syringe on you filled with a kill shot. And when you land, if you're about to get nabbed, you're supposed to end yourself. Is that true?
I highly doubt that. If just most people can't kill themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
supposedly you're supposed to give yourself a hot shot.
An accident, and the guy from Soundgarden and the guy from Linkin Park. But they weren't actually trying to kill themselves.
We have information on the government.
They were just, no. Well, David Carradine and honestly, I think Soundgarden guy. They were just trying to bust a nut and went a little too far.
Well, I know Kung Fu. He liked a little choke action.
No, I guess they like straight up like.
Yeah, they found him straight up nude.
But honestly, when I heard about Chris Cornell. Chris Cornell, it sounded like, because they're like, it was on a bathroom doorknob. It's like, so he's jerking off, right? Like, he tried to, like, Sounds like he was jerking off.
They never said. But
Yeah.
I don't know
David
I don't know how Chester
David
killed himself.
supposedly
I mean, I
straight
know
up
it was
found
like
him,
hanging,
dude.
but
I don't know, man.
That's like what that dude from NXS too years ago. That's the same thing. They found him in the closet, fucking naked.
Yeah, but him. He wasn't suicidal at all. He literally was trying to bust a nut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what they said about Carradine too. They didn't think he was suicidal. They think he was just trying to get off because they found him naked.
well, no, Carradine, like they found the nut and everything. I think like Carradine, like they were able
they
to,
found the nut.
Oh,
Got the nut right here. Here's the nut.
This is what it is.
like Ace Ventura came in with the black light.
We found the nut. Proof right here. You have the guy that does the cocaine.
Australia, if they have the
Those 80s cocaine to bust nut. That's nut.
that might be the grossest thing you've
They
done.
put it around their mouth.
It's not. I can.
Shout out to A Ron, our boy. He might know what it tastes like too, since he fucking cum slaps himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were a cum-eating cream pie cleanup boy.
Yeah.
Phil probably knows what it's like too. He's probably does
Phil
snowball or
definitely does.
something. That weirdo.
Yeah.
It's like penthouse forums, you know. You know, I like to taste my own leavings. I remember reading that in penthouse forums. Like, I like to taste my own leavings.
Oh my god!
That's messed
I
up.
can't verify, but I've definitely had a what do you call that? Someone below you.
Someone
Worker.
below.
He managed. I mean, I believe him because, like, why else would he tell a story? But he's like, yeah, I busted into a chick and I got worried I was gonna get her pregnant, so I ate it out, and I was like, it's not gonna work. Like,
The funny thing is, the guy that the guy this drop here, this
You were
guy,
a cum-eating cream pie cleanup boy.
that man, Big J. He did a 6.5 hour drunken live stream. At the end, he was just hammered. Where he's like an inch from this camera, like right here, like you could just see his nostrils. And he's like,
that's a good boomer move.
and he's like 50, he's in his 50s, like, and he just randomly, he's after like, I don't know, 15 seconds of silence, he's like, dogs will always clean out a cream pie. Because they're like, and his theory was they're trying to get the, like how you're describing, like, I don't want to get her pregnant, and you're like digging it out. I'm like, guys, I don't think that works. That does not work.
I'll be honest with you. Is that real? Do dogs do that? I don't watch them fuck.
That's what he says. He says that dogs will,
Right?
because when
I'm not Googling that, man.
well, dogs, his thing was gangbangs happen with dogs in the wild, not domestic dogs, but like, what do you call them, African wild dogs?
Domestic dogs.
And then they'll clean out the cream pie. It's so bad. But yeah, I hope it ain't true.
You are gonna have some great clips from this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you can put them on YouTube, but
And then at the end of Jay Masters' 6.5 hour live stream, he was like, "There's some asshole at my girlfriend's house. I'm gonna go shoot him," and that's how it ends.
Did he shoot him though?
No, I don't think so.
All talk.
he cleaned up the cream pie.
He cleaned up the cream pie. Yeah,
Like,
but
I don't
actually,
wanna get him pregnant from this guy.
what happened was he had some pretty extreme things. I mean, he did that. He was a truck driver, but like an over the road guy, and he said that, and he had a lot of extremely hard line like views on things, and he got doxxed finally. He's probably the most extreme guy that took.
Like I have.
What?
Gangbangs happen.
Gangbangs happen.
Gangbangs happen.
There's your title of the show.
Chitty chitty gangbang.
Gangbangs happen.
Shrug, yeah.
He shrugs.
Unfortunately, I'm the I was the last bachelor in my group of friends, and this living room here was a venue back when we were better looking.
For the gangbang?
There's a great song.
Did they take it easy on you?
Yeah.
There's a great song by the.
I woke up with my bottoms throbbing. Sorry, Al, what'd you say?
There's a song by the late great Gigi Allen called "Last in Line at a Gangbang."
Yeah. Yeah.
What's it about?
Brian doesn't know. He's like, I've always been married.
It was like that that Houston 500, that porn chick that did the 500 guys. Yeah. And the last guy was Ron Jeremy. The last guy to go in was Uncle Ron.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's in prison now or jail?
Yeah, there's trial starting.
He was framed just like R. Kelly.
Yeah, it was R. Kelly type framing.
Honestly, like it's Ron Jeremy. Like what did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
R. Kelly, James Franco.
Everybody knows who the hedgehog is.
We defend anyone here.
So R. Kelly, that one's weird. Is like they got him for like racketeering and shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing there, Robert? I mean, I know what you're gonna be doing now.
He believes he can fly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw him. Like, Robert, when I say toot toot, you're gonna say beep beep.
Because of the song.
Well, only one person got it.
Yeah, I get it.
Sorry, man. I missed the joke at the time.
Have you not heard the song?
I'm reading the comments, man.
Yeah, I was reading the comments. I didn't even hear what you said.
Here you go, coconuts. We're sorry. There you go.
Personally, I don't see anything wrong with a little bump and grind, but that's just me.
Me either. I mean,
that was another.
R. Kelly will forever be a Dave Chappelle sketch. So
yes,
he's pretty much always ruined.
Yes.
Yeah, when they said he was found guilty, yeah, my buddy immediately sent me the video. Pissed on you, Chappelle. Yeah, immediately. It was like 5 minutes after they said something on.
And make sure you get both sides, Robert. His grandma said.
I like the I forget what they called it. You know, the trial.
Yeah.
Where Chappelle. It's like R. Kelly's innocent. It's like that's CGI. Yeah. I'll pee on you right now.
Yeah. Look, I'm pissing on you right now.
Michael Jackson.
He's just holding his arms up.
Thriller. He made Thriller. Would you let your kids stay over at Michael's house? Fuck no.
And
then, Robert Blake, he did that.
Oh,
shit.
Bretta did that shit. Bretta was white. He did it.
Or my blackness will not allow.
My blackness won't allow me to say he did it.
Yeah. It's like the OJ thing.
We are all old enough for OJ.
Yeah, all the back in the day, all the BET comedians knew that he did it, but I can't. I know he did it, but I can't go against him.
There was a funny story.
Bill Cosby's free though; he's innocent now.
Yeah.
Just like legally. A couple of years ago, Chappelle was talking about like he saw OJ and he was talking about how funny he was telling Chappelle how funny he was hanging out with him and stuff. And then he said that me and my guys were all standing there. He goes, "Oh, let's get a picture together." And with OJ was saying that, and they go, "No, man, it's cool." And they fucking split. They're like, "We didn't want no picture with him." They would hang out with him, but they sure weren't taking a picture with him.
Yeah, dude, I would hang out with OJ in a second.
One of you made a Kato Kalin reference. That was pretty clutch.
Oh yeah, dude, I did back in the.
He was in
a Skinamax porn. I was a connoisseur of that.
Yeah.
Oh God, what? Well, which time zone are you? Central, right?
Eastern.
Eastern.
It's 11:02 where we're at.
So I think it was 12. Like I remember Skinamax is like 12:45. That's when like Skinamax started.
Oh yeah.
Or something.
Well, the thing is, they had the low budget martial arts films with the guys that weren't quite like Van Damme level, like in celebrity. So you had Don the Dragon, Billy Blanks before Tybo. Billy Blanks
Don the Dragon. Don the
and
Dragon.
bunch of
Cynthia
these other guys.
Rock, right, something like that.
Matthias Hughes, big German guy that they put as a bad guy in every movie.
Yeah.
He's also
6'5",
in Gladiator.
jacked, huge.
Jack.
Ralph Mahler, another
Rolf.
giant German.
Rolf.
Big old Rolf.
Muller.
Yeah.
He's also a Muppets character, Rolf.
Yeah, it's also play piano for the Muppets.
Yeah.
Play piano for the Muppets band, man.
Now Rolf Mahler is an impressive 6'8". Think about that. That kind of
Big
muscle.
guy.
Your
He was
penis
in
is going to look
Gladiator.
small no matter what.
Yeah.
Shaq syndrome is what they call that.
Shaq, yeah. I remember Shaq was on Stern. He's like, everything's in proportion. He's always got, like, what do you mean everything's in proportion? Everything's the same, you know. So it was like, big man, big dick. You know what I mean? Big old Shaq. But then,
I remember when Howard Stern was something 20 years ago.
yeah. That's how, people always, we were talking about,
though, man. He still interviews good.
he's a good interview guy.
Yeah, he's still a good interviewer, man.
Yeah, but nobody I'm listening to all of his show, or like I subscribe for him. I'm like, no, nobody does that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll find a clip.
Yeah, he was the one I was listening to during the 9/11 attacks when it happened. I was listening to Stern on AM
I was so
radio.
happy. I thought I was going to be done with college. I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, nah, I
Nate,
don't like college. I'm not cut out for this.
you never had to go to Afghanistan, did you?
Yeah.
You did? I thought you just did Iraq.
Nope.
You went to the hills, the giant mountains.
Well, actually, no. I was more in the south. And
Okay.
honestly, I didn't do a lot. My company did. We got fucked up. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
The Stan, as they call it.
Yeah.
The Stand. That's what. Yeah.
What really happened to Pat Tillman, bro? What happened, bro? What's the truth?
I'll get you some views. I could talk about this.
Yeah, what happened to Tillman? Because there's theories about Tillman, man.
So Tillman probably shouldn't have been where he was, as in the Rangers, because he failed his PT test to go to Ranger school, and when you do that, they normally kick you out of bat. They gave him a
He's
second
too big,
opportunity.
wasn't he? Probably too big.
No, he's not that big. Rangers are in really, really good shape, Mike.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like me.
And they're also, some of them are dumb, but a lot of them are also like trying to move on to like super high speed things. So they're really smart. A lot of them also have college degrees. And he went in with the attitude like, I'm smarter and better than everybody. Well, that doesn't work too well, you know? So like, yeah, he was not too well liked for that. But a lot of it was just also because of the Army and whatnot. So they put him in like a leadership position, despite the fact he didn't have any idea what he was doing. And a unit got into contact here. He was off somewhere else. He didn't have a radio or contact with them. They were shooting at somebody. He went to do what, depending on which military you're in, envelopment or a flank, but didn't tell anybody. So somebody came shooting over here, Pat Tillman. So, what do you think this element did when somebody else was shooting?
They got him.
Pop.
And admittedly, in the book by the mountain climbing guy and the guy who wrote Deadliest Storm or whatever the fucking movie thing is, but because he had a lot of hubris, let's say, stood up while getting shot at instead of staying behind a rock and went, "Hey, stop shooting! It's me, Pat fucking Tillman," and he got shot.
Oh boy.
So
So the Illuminati did not kill him for a bloodlust feast.
And then his brother was in bad also. So like it was pretty well known, like it was fratricide, which is a fancy term, or blue on blue. But they knew, and I think the Army probably put it up to pretty high levels, but they'd already set the like propaganda machine into play. And honestly, like you don't normally, if you can avoid it, you don't tell families like, "Hey, your son got killed because he or someone else fucked up." But it was already set in motion, and he's a big hero, and Silver Star, and Corporal Pat Tillman, and yep.
So they're trying to say that they use him as a recruiting tool. They would not do. They would not do such a thing. Not my country ever. And my cat's in there dying. I think. Did you hear it? I hear her falling in the tub.
How often do you step in cat puke?
Cat puke? Oh, 37 times a day, minimum, and I got to clean it out. Like I told my dad, I'll admit that I'm a complete and total pussy. If I wouldn't feel such guilt, I would get rid of them because they claw everything up, they puke, they're gross. But
you should get a Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
Nope. Whatever Turner and Hooch was.
Yeah. Or
OG
Turner
one. I don't recognize the new.
But I'll put out a clip of the Pat Tillman thing for views, but it'll be audio. I won't have your face on it because no one's watching anyway. No one's watching.
Yeah,
it's funny. Like it's like that's funny. That's funny thing is like you that view, the reality of it would upset one extreme and the other both at the same time because it's not the sexy Illuminati conspiracy and it's not the
patriotic.
Let's go for it. We're all in it to win it.
Yeah.
It's just
here's
what happened.
I don't think there's anything nefarious about it. I think there's
somebody that was not taking precautions.
Not
basically.
A lot of people had war experience. I think that was 01 or 02, probably 02 actually, but it's very early on. Not a lot of people had a lot of war experience, and what they were trying to do is a straight up just regular infantry thing, and they normally do high speed shit. And
yeah, that's true. That's Ted says it best. Truth tends to be lamer than fiction. Yeah, it's not always awesome. Everything's not a great.
It's just a lot of, I think, and it's something I probably talked to you about before. Like some people like, hey, what is actually the most common sense solution for most things? Like the first thing that came to your mind was like, yeah, we had him killed because he was gonna let the word out about what was actually happening with the war.
With the opium fields.
I don't even know if Iraq had started by the time he got killed.
It was the opium fields, right? He's gonna let them know that we were opium or whatever.
They don't even grow the right kind of opium for like medicinal, whatever.
It's not the good stuff.
Yeah, they don't grow that. Grown in like a very specific region.
No, we get that from we get a lot of that from probably Mexico, right?
I ain't gonna pretend to know where the good poppies grow.
Come on, you just said you were an expert. You just said it. You said
on Percocets. I'm a good Percocet. I love Percocet.
Coconuts. To answer your previous statement, Tillman died in 04.
Oh, okay. So I guess Iraq had started by then.
Yeah, Iraq started the year before.
Yeah, so I think that was actually the murder theory. Cause it's like he was gonna let out about what happened, like Iraq is bullshit. And da da da. No, he was gonna get the fuck out of the military. Is probably what he was gonna do, and just be bitter. I don't know what the fuck he thought he was gonna be doing.
Yeah, Pat Tillman.
But no, it's just a lot. Like, what's the common sense? Well, common sense answer is probably like they did not have positive identification, and you got shot. It happens. Sorry.
What would you know? What would you know? Yeah,
I only shot when they had something wrapped around them.
Yeah.
Which,
like winter coats? They're like winter coats.
M85 or 8.56, which is a tracer round, so it has a cavity in it. It really hits well if you shoot him in the face and blows off the rag.
Does it hurt?
The rag they wear on their face to protect from the dust, right?
No, it's a rag on the top of the head. I forget.
All right, never mind.
Speaking of that, you guys know where the Sikh people are? The Sikh?
Yes, I heard a rumor about this.
Sikh?
Sikh.
Trying to say?
Sikhs.
Yeah, people don't wash their hair.
I don't have an issue with the Sikh people, but I have an issue with this Sikh person.
One particular one.
They always carry swords or knives, I should say.
So this dude, I'm driving down the road, and I'm going 65, as is my legal right, in my truck. And I have cruise control. I have cruise control on my truck, so it's 65 flat out. And this dude is like going like, I don't know. I'm gaining on him quickly, 55, 58. I'm like, all right, I'll go around him. And I go to the right lane because I don't go to the left lane because in a truck you don't take up the fast lane. Then I go around him and I see the dude fucking get like angrily passes me to the left like he's like mad, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna entertain the thought that he's a dick, so because it's early in the morning, I don't feel like arguing with someone or honking. And he gets in front of me, and maybe he's in a hurry. And then he slows down to the same speed that he was going, like 55, 58. So I fucking go around him again. And then he starts to speed up to do the thing to not let me in front of him. But my truck, dude, I can take off like a sedan, not like a sports car, but it can take off. And I'm like, all right, dude, fucking, I go like, I don't even know how fast, but I just shoot around him like you're not outrunning me. And then I get in front of him. And then I realize he's like, okay, this dude's in it to win it. He's going to be a dick about everything. And then he starts to go around me again. And I do the air horn. I'm like, I'm like, what are you doing? What? And he looks at me, and I was expecting like the road rage where you do the thing back and forth. You both get animated. And he's just like, he has his hand on the shifter, like looking at me like nothing's going on. Like he has this like weird calm demeanor about him. He's like doing it. It's like a video game to him. I don't know. He doesn't even care. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what do you? And finally, I go, roll your window down. I did the like roll your window down thing. I roll the window. I'm like, dude. I go, you were going 58. That's the only reason I went wrong. You're going 58. And he's like, he rolls his window and then falls back. But I was like,
wow.
I don't know what his issue was. Like, I think he was just like suddenly got competitive or what. But I'm like, what's the point? Like, he literally got in front of me twice and went like back to 58. Like he just wanted to be in front of me. I don't know the fuck his problem was.
Like big truck?
Yeah, he was in a semi.
So
like a 53.
The guys that definitely like to like park in the fuel lane. I don't know how many truck stops you've had to go.
Oh yeah.
But I noticed that in my brief encounters. Like, bro, get your fuel and pull forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm already mad because this takes way too much time.
Yep.
Okay, I have one question.
Yeah.
How did you know he was a Sikh?
Oh, the big turban.
Oh, okay.
They actually wear turbans.
You never explained, so I didn't know.
Well, there's the Islamic turban and the Sikh turban is a lot different. The Sikh turban is actually much more bombastic and.
Well, no, so the Sikhs wear an actual
Shaggy,
turban. That's
Mr.
the correct
Bombastic.
name.
Yeah,
they also don't wash their hair. That's where you get that smell.
Yeah, you actually won't see like even a hardline Islamic person in a turban, not in Michigan, hardly ever. And he had an Ontario plate. He was from Canada, which they have a lot of Sikhs up there.
Well, I was just,
a lot more than we do.
Question because I didn't know what, like, I saw the story and then you told the story. Or I saw
I was expecting this big like arguing match or brawl or whatever, but he was like. He looked at me like I was the one issue. I'm like, dude, you keep getting in front of me and going 58. Like, why? But I don't know. Apparently, he's one of those people that
just like, yeah.
I had a guy get mad. A trucker, I forget what kind of truck, got out of his truck in Buffalo. I believe he was maybe an Italian. He was very mad because it was construction. And, like, I didn't know that, you had to, like, the lane was ending. And so finally, like, 'cause you're in the middle of the city. I'm like, dude, you're a truck. Like, you're going to get cut off. Like, you can't accelerate as quick. If I'm going to fuck someone over, like, I'm going to fuck you over. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Hit my bumper. I was like, fuck. What the fuck are you going to do, guy? I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I have insurance. Come fight me. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't have a job to lose now, bro.
Yeah. Well, like
plus, I have a German manufacturer with me.
Yeah. They do well. If they do the lane end thing where lane ends, I expect like 40 people to get in front of me. Like when the lanes end.
No, like I get it's a dick move, but I was like, dude, what the fuck do you want me to do? You know?
Yeah, because if you go through a tight construction area and you get behind like a slow moving truck, it's awful.
Well, no, it's just more like I can't I'm not gonna be able to cut off a car because they can close quicker, and it's like, bro, as soon as this starts moving again, you have to put it in fucking your first gear, and there's gonna be a gap. So just own it. That's life, man.
Well, the thing is with me, I don't care if people cut me off because I'm in a truck, but you got to cut me off. If you cut me off with proper ethics, how you're describing, you're just okay, you're the faster moving vehicle. I get it, but when people do that jet fighter bank from 3 lanes over, and they fucking do the and then make the exit.
This was
dude, fuck you, man.
This is in the city, so it's going slow, and it's like my light's on, and he's still trying to creep forward. It's like, bro, obviously the lane is ending, and I have to get in front of you.
Yeah.
I get it. Maybe you want to stop a lane budger, but
yeah.
I don't like my pickup that much, so I'm probably not the person to do it to.
Yeah.
It's paid off, and I will go buy an older, shittier one that is less electronic.
Did he yell this at you?
Kill Whitey!
I mean, he could have.
He was not
as white. He was of some sort of Mediterranean.
Yeah.
He was Italian. Yeah.
That's what I assume. I just thought it was funny. He's like,
he did the.
I don't know why in 2021 he would run up to anybody's car though.
No. I never saw that flick off. I just the Peanuts gang when they went to France, and what's his
Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown.
Yeah. And Snoopy was doing that. He was doing that. He did the.
Yeah.
He did the 2 thing.
Yep. I bite my thumb at you.
That one I never did. I never just saw that before. So for
just
years after that, I always do that.
What did Bart teach you about France?
Bart
Simpson.
I don't know. I don't know
that they're putting antifreeze in the wine.
Antifreeze. I just
makes sense.
When they had to travel, was it to Japan or whatever, and the bully Nelson was like, "I'm going away. I'll be back in a week." And his family, they all came with a big lie, and he was just like, "I'm gonna go away."
He just basically left.
Nelson just goes, "I'm going away. I'll be back in a week."
His family didn't even care.
Doesn't have to tell him shit. Yeah,
that's how horrible his life was.
First 10 seasons of The Simpsons. God, they actually had balls.
Oh, they had some good stuff, man. Some of the best shit ever. Gotta pee again!
Yeah.
Children's bladder.
That episode he's talking about, they didn't go to France at all. I don't know where he got that from. But they basically, Bart got a fake ID and he was able to rent a car and they just decided to drive. And they ended up
I remember what you're talking about.
They went to Branson, Missouri. And they saw Andy Williams live, and Nelson's just fawning over at Andy Williams. It's his favorite artist. He's just oh, it's so great. And then they're like, cruise control, what's that? He's like, oh, it drives the car for you. So they turn it on, and it just goes straight through a field.
Who hasn't driven through a field?
Yeah, on purpose?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I plead the fifth.
I've driven through a field because it's where
I'll own it. We used to sometimes, and now no. Well, I mean, probably wasn't as much money then, but now it's bro, that was really a dick move.
Yeah, I
just fucking cruising through. It's this is funny cruising through corn. It's dollar.
I did. I did it. I made trails. Yep.
I never did that.
I remember after doing it, finding there was but the whole back of my truck was filled with stalks. So I was hitting them so hard.
I've done it. Well, I've driven
silk stockings,
harvested fields. It's actually very hard on your vehicle. You can, if you had V belts, those are or serpentine would too. You can throw belts easy, and then obviously just getting shit stuck up in your drive line. Also, in reality, it's like really dumb.
Yeah.
My Ford Ranger went through. My Ford Ranger did everything with. I did everything with that damn truck.
Hypothetically, or what do we, like I knew some. I can remember like on a road trip we were drinking along the way, and luckily I wasn't driving, but dude, like pulling into like fucking bean fields and shit. I don't know, like just off the road, and like we take a pit. It's like this is really obvious.
Yeah. Yeah. The good thing. Go ahead,
Sorry,
Brian.
go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say, talking about driving through the fields and stuff, but I remember like I had friends who would like pull up on people's lawns and do lawn jobs and like peel out and stuff. And I was like,
there was a lawn. Do you guys always have like like sometimes you didn't like the neighbors, but like it was a corner lawn that you would like cut across, especially in the winter. Did you do that?
Yeah, well, that's what they would do, and they would tear up the lawn. And it was like I used to think it was hilarious, and now I'm like, if someone fucking did that to me and messed up my lawn, I swear to fucking God, I would hunt them down and kill them like they killed one of my children.
Well,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Practically now, I know like, hey, you know what you normally do if you have that lawn is you put rocks in it, right?
Yeah.
So that's a dumb thing. And then, like you said, like, and that's how I could tell when I matured, like, because there's even some things like a year or two, like after you do them, like 16 to 17, you're like, oh wow, hey, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Or
like someone would have a really nice like snowman or a fucking fort and display, and we would just pull over and just get out and beat the fuck out of it at night, and just totally destroy hours of work.
Luckily, I gained the like maturity on this one pretty quick, but I knew guys that would like Halloween decorations, like Christmas. It's like, and like the Christmas one especially, like guys would steal lights sometimes. I know it's like, even as whatever teen we were, it's like, yo, you're just stealing. Like it's not funny. You're stealing, guys.
Yeah. I stole the reindeer, man.
Yeah, like like I said, like I drove across lawns and whatnot, and like that one took a little longer to be like, oh hey, I'm a fucking douchebag because like
I gotta tell you something, Mike. We've been on the air for what, over 2 hours, and I just realized that there's a little button over here that I can click that shows me the chat that I haven't read at all since we've been on the air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can read the chat. All right.
Hey, there's Ted. Now
There's
I see
Ted.
it. Oh my
There's
gosh.
Well, there's a lot of this program can do a lot. I can actually make this a lot cooler, but I haven't had time to make it. Look, you can do anything with this program.
4 viewers.
Yeah, that's why. I think the content matters more because there's people that just have a phone in their face and have millions of subscribers. You kind of have to be interesting. I'm not.
That's Bill Burr, man.
Yeah, Bill Burr and his iPhone. He records his.
I don't think he shoots video, even does he?
No, he just does he has his iPhone and a headset, and that's it.
It's smart.
But I mean, he's already an established comedian. But even without it, even if you didn't know who he was, the way he can just riff, that's a gift.
Yeah.
I don't have it. You got to be gifted to do that. Not everyone can do that.
A really angry ginger.
Yeah.
And probably beaten by his wife, if we're going to be honest.
I fucking hate Conor McGregor. I hate that prick. It's like I got yelled at for recording. I got yelled at for recording audio for my audio plays on my iPhone.
Who yelled at you?
Yeah, who yelled at you, man? I'm sorry that happened.
That's not cool at all. People shouldn't yell at you.
Never.
Unless it's to get off your lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless somebody's on your grass.
If they're on your grass, you got to get them off.
They
My
did
friends
it,
in the
yeah.
entertainment industry. Oh yeah.
I did weed and feed the other day, Mike.
Did you really?
You know,
Oh, they didn't like the quality of the audio you were recording on your iPhone, is what you're saying.
I tell him, kiss
I
my
thought
head.
you were being too loud, and they got mad at you for it.
Well, see, the thing is, I have a Rodecaster Pro. I have things that make this thing sound great, but people I know who just use their phone for everything can make a masterpiece. You don't really need anything. I just have what I have to make stuff easy. It has nothing to do with like making it sound. You can make a gem with your fucking phone if you wanted to. If you really like.
Stones Malone, all his stuff is done on his phone.
Yep, my brother-in-law Stones. He just does everything. He does a Jesse the Body impersonation, spot on. I work with what I have. I keep telling them if they want to buy the equipment, I'll use it. Yeah,
that's right, Ted. Hold out for a better deal.
You don't really Ted. I listen to your stuff. There's no like shitty quality that I can really tell. Sounds good to me. I mean, right now I have a $600 Rodecaster Pro, but right now I'm just using a Blue Yeti microphone, $70. That's all I want to do right now. Just plug it in and just go. Because if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. Man.
Yeah. Totally.
Well,
hey, did you guys hear David Lee Roth was retiring?
He retired again.
I assume Van Halen's done.
Well, he was doing his Vegas
residency.
Yes. And after it's over in January, he's done. He's throwing in his shoes, as he said.
No more kicks.
Yeah. I would think it'd be tight pants, not shoes.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm throwing in the shoes."
Does he want the best of both worlds? Oh, wait, that's Sammy.
Van Hagar was more successful than Van Halen.
Well, in terms of money, he probably was.
Yeah, they sold more albums and more money, bigger tours. But
they were probably better produced under Van Hagar too.
Yeah, when they first started, they were just, the early shit. I just like the raw sound, man.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people just like to say they like it.
I actually do like it more, though. I really do.
It's been almost a year.
No, I'm just saying they fall under that. Like, I like your first album. Oh, that was.
Well,
dude, you weren't alive.
Yeah, I was not quite born when the first one came out. Eruption.
Like, I don't know. You probably don't know who Pat McNamara is. He's a Delta Force guy, but he has like podcasts. He's been on Rogan and stuff, but he's a big metalhead. Like he'll host on the Sirius every now and then. But he talks about like a buddy of his, like I think it was probably a cassette, but like, hey, come out to my car. You have to listen to this new group. He's like, it's like Metallica.
Metallica.
Because like they didn't know how to fucking pronounce it because like just like, he happened to like come across it. He's like Metallica.
Yeah, one of the guys that when I first started doing pirate radio, a guy named Dr. B. His name's Brad. He had some younger people over his house and they were like just drinking, and they were playing stuff. They were playing stuff from Kill 'Em All, like old school Metallica. And there was young people there, and they were like, "Hey man, this is all right. Can you play something cool like Metallica?" They had no idea that Kill 'Em All was even a Metallica. They had no concept of that it was them.
David Lee Roth can get into heating and cooling with Shaq.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'll just announce my celebrity status. I'm no longer a celebrity.
You can sell printer toner with Shaq too.
Printer toner.
Have you seen the Shaq printer toner commercials?
No.
Epson.
Epson, yeah. Or he can sell car insurance with Shaq, the General.
I would refuse to get the General just because their commercials fucking annoy me.
Every time you see Shaq commercial, Shaq owns that business, or he owns part of it.
Well, he owns like hundreds of which one is he?
Papa John's.
Yeah.
He owns General Car Insurance. He owns some of those too.
Yep. Doesn't who's on the was it Peyton Manning bought a bunch of Papa John's when they knew they were making weed legal?
I don't know how true that is exactly.
Him and Papa John were friends. And he owned, I don't know if he still owns some. He might have sold off.
I think he got some kind of deal. They're like, hey, if you're a spokesman, like, I bet he didn't have to pay the franchise fee or some shit.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know what theirs is. It's probably not super high. I think like Mickey D's is They have like it's $1 million franchisee and like $1 million bond or some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know about now, but I remember back in the day, for some reason, I looked up like what would cost to start up one, and the one that was like the highest for a while was Arby's. I don't know if it's because the cutters for the like it had like a lot of overhead to get an Arby's going.
The thing about Arby's is, I don't know if you guys knew this. I didn't know this until recently either. Is they got the meats.
Yeah.
But
I don't actually mind Arby's. A lot of people talk shit about Arby's.
I like Arby's.
I like Arby's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to like them more. I used to like them more before they got rid of potato cakes, but
there are people that don't like Arby's.
Paging Dr. Faggot.
There are those
Paging
people.
Dr.
Their Euro
so
is
loud.
But
Can't wait to.
I probably should have expected much from an Arby's Euro, but
Arby's. Oh yeah.
It's not bad.
I don't get that. Yeah.
I mean, it's it is what it is. I mean, it's it's not bad.
You know what I used to like? Get to date myself here, but you guys are all old enough too. You remember they had the 5 for $5?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My family lived off that.
Five
Well,
for
exactly.
$5. That was.
like,
I
this
lived
is
off
2
that.
meals.
Me.
5 for $5. Now it's 2 for $5 or something shit.
I ate 5 for $5 by 5 o'clock.
No, I think it is. I think it's 2 for $5. I used to get buckets of fried chicken like KFC in college because like it wasn't that much. It was less than like $20, and then that's obviously like several meals. Yeah. Go try and get a fucking bucket now.
Now it's for your $47.99 or something.
Yeah.
The last time I looked, it was just like no.
Yeah.
I'll get some fucking Walmart fried chicken before
yeah. Yeah, that's a
I
shit's
dropped
expensive
fucking
now.
320s or something here.
Yeah, I used to have a buddy of mine. Me and him would go and get a bucket, and we'd dump hot sauce in it, shake it all up, and then we'd get a case of fucking Heineken. That was our night. Bucket of chicken and Heineken, get fucking wasted.
You guys remember when Mickey D's had like one? They'd have like one day, like I forget, they had hours, but it was like 20-cent nuggies and shit like that. We used to just go, we're like, I want however many go on a $20 bill.
Remember the Taco Bell taco was like what, 39 cents?
Oh, I remember.
Remember they used to charge a different price. It was hard shell and soft shell were different price.
Yeah.
It was like one was 29 and one was 39.
Yeah, the hard shell was 29, the soft shell was 39, like it was specialty or something.
Yeah.
Did you
Taco
read
Bell?
that?
I also went to it, late at night and drunk, and was like, how much can? He's like,
most of us
just ring it up, soft shells or whatever until fucking he hit like 19 something.
Till you buy, those were the. Yeah, I suggested to some ladies that they should call their masturbation crabbing some Arby's.
Because of the roast beef sandwich.
I remember when they had the 29-cent tacos.
Squirt.
I remember me and this dude I worked with at the car wash, this guy Jamie. We pulled up there and we each ordered a 10-pack, and I just ordered mine regular, and he ordered his with no lettuce and extra meat, and they charged him $1 for every one extra meat.
Holy
it was like
shit.
$15. He's like, what? And they're like, $13. He goes, you want a double meat on them? It's $1 per. He goes, it's only 29 cents a taco. He goes, yep. And that guy just looked at him and goes, yep. And it's $1 extra for double meat.
Wow. What a rip.
Yeah,
dude, we were like, he's like, hey, you guys got a couple bucks? I'm like, no, man. We were like 16 years old, man. That was like, you know.
Yeah, you worked at a car wash.
Where they have those Whopper days where Whoppers would be $1 just for like a brief moment in time per day,
like a happy hour type thing.
Yeah, you get like 6 of them. Like, I guess I'm good for today.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about the Arby's earlier.
Sandwiches too.
Chicken sandwich.
Well before the current chicken sandwich thing.
The best
chicken
sandwich
deal.
OG
the long
Burger
chicken
King
sandwich.
The long Burger King chicken sandwich is still the king.
I still get it.
But
super processed, super greasy, super great.
The 5 for $5s from Arby's, but remember they also had the RBQs, which was like the barbecue version of the.
Yep.
Yes.
Barbecue.
And those were
Yes.
good too. Or
Yeah.
and you could get the Arby melts, which is like the beef and cheddar, but it didn't have the sauce, and it was a smaller version.
Oh
It
yeah.
was just cheese sauce.
And you
I
didn't
just
have the
remember going to
onion rolls,
Arby's.
so they only charge you $1.
And
Yeah.
I don't know, my buddy must have been drunk, but like we went there and they're like, "Hey, we're out of beef." I just remember him like going, like, "How in the fuck are you out of beef? It's like it's fucking Arby's." And so we had to get barbecues. He's like, "This is fucking beef." Just fucking I'm like, dude.
Remember when Wendy's had the fucking bar, the like all you can eat salad bar?
Yeah.
You could fucking you could tear it up, dude.
You would
Those-
get
those
just a
aren't
baked
coming back.
potato and put everything on it too. They
Yeah.
had a baked potato bar.
Do they
Dude,
still have
Yeah.
baked potatoes?
They used
Yeah.
to.
They used to.
I never eat at Wendy's because like not that it's necessarily bad, but like
You-
I can remember
you're
getting a
talking-
combo anywhere for
Ted
like
was-
$5. And
Ted
now
was
you
asked
know
to
they're
leave
double
at Tim
digits.
Hortons. What's this about?
What do you say?
Ted,
Everybody
why
just
were
have us
you
asked to leave Tim Hortons. Why were you asked to leave, Ted?
Was there like an all-you-can-eat donut bar or something? And they said no, you
That would
can't.
be awesome.
Ted, are you still watching that other stream? Why don't you come on here and tell that story, then get out?
Hey,
Come
speaking
on
of
here.
donuts, who's gotten to have like the fresh been to like a big enough Krispy Kreme where they actually made the fresh donies?
Oh, I when they first had that one open over here, I used to go there. They were always
Yeah, we used to
fresh.
have one local. It's not there anymore, but
Yeah,
Yeah, Krispy Kreme's dying, I think.
Yeah, the Krispy Kreme, the regular old generic Krispy
Yep.
Kreme.
standard.
It's like a piece of candy. It's perfect.
Yep.
that'd be my porn name. Would be
It's
Krispy
orgasmic
Kreme.
glee.
Hey, there used to be a rapper named Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
He stole my porn name.
He was featured on Tosh
No, Krispy.
Oh,
because he was.
don't-
I don't think he was actually special, but he kind of acted a little special. That was like his gimmick.
was he like the rapper guy from It's Always Sunny, where they thought he was retarded, but he wasn't. He was actually smarter than them. He just
He pretended
Yeah,
to
I
be
think it was
not.
actually
Yeah.
like that.
that's funny.
Some of them they drink so much scissor, you know, they dumb,
Scissor.
they dumb themselves down. Here we go. Here we go.
I want to know this
do-
Tim Horton story.
Yeah, me too.
Hello.
We want to hear the Tim Horton story.
Oh, there I am.
We want to hear the Tim Hortons.
Do you have headphones by chance, Ted?
I'm going to try and mute one.
You can mute your voice and just mute everything but your voice and tell the story if you would like. Or wear headphones, which will totally help.
Yeah, I wish. I
All
could
right.
on.
All right, great story. We have nothing but
Hey
the best
there.
here at Radio Underground. We're the best in the business.
Yep.
Everyone is
Number one.
is
No one
competing for
compares.
second place against us. Everyone's competing for second.
Like Sinead O'Connor says, nothing compares to you.
Nothing compares.
Prince said it first.
R.I.P. Sinead.
Sinead.
Yes.
You ever
but we're
see her
not as
with
classy-
hair? She was actually a nice looking woman.
We're not as classy as Prince. We're Sinead O'Connor. We're not Prince.
Oh yeah, that's pretty true.
Cyanide. Here we go.
Cyanide.
All right, he's wearing a headset. I like the way this is looking already.
Okay.
Working?
All right. There you are. Can you hear us?
All right.
All right. Hello.
Okay, now you have your microphone up by your skull. Bring it down by your mouth. Other side. There
Oh,
you
okay.
go.
Oh,
Perfect.
I'm off.
That's okay.
There we go.
If you're not used to doing this, then it would make sense.
I am not.
What happened at Tim Hortons? Tell us a story.
So, real quick, I used to take care of my grandpa, and
Right.
he never knew what he wanted.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then one day, it happened where he was like, "I actually want this breakfast item from Tim Hortons," and I was so excited to be like, "Finally, you know what the hell you want." Sorry, I hear myself echoing.
Okay.
Hold on.
It's okay. Are we? Is the echoing overwhelming you, or?
Yeah, it's weird. It's throwing me off. Yeah. Anyway, I went to Tim Hortons to get this breakfast sandwich, and they said they weren't serving breakfast anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you're not serving breakfast anymore? You sell donuts, muffins, and coffee. All you do is breakfast.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck? You know, and I'm getting pissed because this is the rare occasion where my grandpa actually knows what the fuck he wants. And so now I have to go and tell this man they did not have his sandwich. Yeah. And so I was like cursing up a storm, and they were like, "Sir, you need to leave." And I'm like, "Good." So, yeah.
So they kicked you out because you. They kicked you out because you were so adamant about getting the breakfast.
Yeah,
he's just like he's going off on him, swearing at him.
All you serve is breakfast.
I
would have to cop
my
them, 'cause they
grandpa
probably
finally
would've
knows what he
supported
wants. You're giving it to him.
The psychological thing. Sorry.
It's a
my God.
Or a heart attack.
You go back there to that freezer. You pull out
all
what
right.
needs to be pulled out. And you make
I'm going to hop back off because this echo's killing me. But
all right,
I just wanted to share that with you.
All right, cool, man. That was a great story. Yeah. It was good. Get out.
So I bet Alan has the most getting kicked out of establishment stories.
I might.
Yeah, Al's up there.
I've been thrown out of a lot of places.
The funny thing was that, like, Al, back when Al used to drink, he could passionately argue both sides of every argument.
Yeah.
So no matter what you said, he would yell at you.
Where'd you get your information?
Where'd you get your information? I'm like, Al, yesterday you said the opposite.
Yeah. Like 24 hours ago. 24 hours ago, you were on the opposite end of this argument.
So Lindsay's on the prowl. She's going to go prey on.
That was
yesterday.
Men. Today it's different.
Yeah, but you would. I'd bring up a point like, hey, remember that we were talking about this, and he'd be like, that ain't what I said, and I'm like, oh man,
I'm very bipartisan.
I got videotape proof of you saying this. That's not me.
That's
not on the other end, then, Mike, you're normally kind of calm if you're not yelling at Frank.
Yeah.
Have you been kicked out of an establishment?
I got kicked. Well, I didn't get kicked out. I got a warning to get kicked out of my buddy's wedding. Our buddy Rob's wedding.
Yeah.
And like I came close, but they didn't kick me out. But I tried to drink with our friend Jesse, who's passed away. But he was younger than me, and I didn't want to admit he could outdrink me. And we were going like shot for shot, and I was just out of control that night. Yeah, I don't know if I've been kicked out of anything though. Well, that time we all got kicked out of Jim's party, but that was 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah, that's a backyard party. And
yeah, but I never got. I don't know if I got actually kicked out. No, one guy at Windsor Music Cafe, I got in a chokehold and he pulled me out, threw me on the street. I got kicked out once.
I got kicked out of a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Yeah, guy walked from behind the counter and like threw me out because I was like grabbing all the sandwiches. I'm like, this thing ain't fresh. These aren't fresh, and I kept grabbing them and squeezing them. He grabbed me and threw me out the door.
You know, it's fresh. Your ass out there. That's. Yeah,
7-Elevens have definitely, most of them have brought up their quality. They aren't as sketchy.
No, it's not bad.
But there definitely is a few, like, I was like, oh, it's, hey, stop here, 7-Eleven. They're generally fairly respectable anymore. It's like, not this one.
This was like 20 years ago. This is before they had all the taquitos and all that stuff. They had like just crappy, like you had chili sauce nachos and like
that's you bring up something kids don't know.
Great meat sandwiches.
Gas station food is still gas station food, but 20 years ago,
It was legit gas
Hot dog.
station food.
just hot dogs rolling. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or you get a sub that had fucking wilted lettuce guaranteed every time.
Yeah.
Oh, and,
Any-
great meat.
Anytime I grab, the triangle sandwiches.
Oh yeah, oh sure.
Anytime I grab one of those, because like, fuck it, dude. I'm just getting gas. I still got fucking whatever hours to go. Get a sandwich. It's easy to eat in the cab, right?
Yeah.
Tuna fish
Fucking
or
frozen. Never fucking
Yeah.
fails. That thing's fucking crystals in the middle.
Dude,
And they're bad enough as it is.
remember the I can't remember what they were called, but back in the day, in the late '80s, early '90s, I would get staying at my uncle's house, because they were like me, like bachelor dudes, so they just had those shitty fucking, not even good microwavable burritos, like it said Del Rio or Del something,
Yeah.
and they were like,
19 cents.
yeah,
Repeat.
and they were fucking like I don't even know it would be legal to feed a kid that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pockets.
Morgan wants to know if I'm doing a podcast. Yeah, Morgan, I'm doing a podcast right now.
It's over, man.
Yeah, we're about done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's
You
like,
probably remember. Like you want a coffee at a gas station. Also, it was like you have the choice of the shit that's gotten burnt, that's been here forever in the
oh yeah,
orange top carafe.
Yeah.
yeah, the burnt coffee, dude. I've drank so much. Like you go to a place, it's just been sitting there. It's like pure black, like not black coffee, like it's black, like freaking.
It swallows the light around it.
It's why, yeah. It's like a hole in space of just pure. Yeah. See that? Like I guess the theme of this show is going to be like '90s stuff because we're talking about the Skinamax and we went into the shitty fucking the microwavable food was not good. Like a DiGiorno. Could you imagine our age getting a good like DiGiorno, pizza? We would be
Pizza bites. I forget Totino's.
be-
That was our good shit.
Yeah, or bagel bites. That's about as good as you get. You get a bagel bite. One of the things that got me, one of the first times I got fat, because I'm like every fat person, I've like yo-yoed up and down. But when we get those microwavable giant pretzels, and it had nacho cheese that came in a can, and I would eat like fucking 13 of those a night, like just smear it on there.
That seems excessive.
Whole box.
That's
a
what I did.
Good.
Yeah, more salt than you should have in a year.
Yeah.
Yep.
My face
Yeah,
is
dude,
all
look-
like
yeah,
puffy.
look-
I'm like 13. I'm like, hey,
Speaking
Yeah,
of a
just
look
diva,
fucking Asian.
You had to like sprinkle a little water on top so that the salt would stick.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's so
It's
bad.
true.
I like when I get a pretzel every now and then. It's like, wow, this is too much salt.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Because I like salt. And it's like, oh, hey.
You're like, I like salt, but there's an over salted fucking place to eat. Applebee's. Eat
Yeah.
Applebee's, dude. You'll have. I don't care what continent your ancestors are from. You're gonna look Mongolian when you eat at an Applebee's.
That's a lot of salt.
You're gonna because that salt just puffs you. It's so much.
Do you think it's too much salt, or do you think it's to a point where you're old enough where you're like my mom always used to say, "Oh, this team seems too salty." I'm like, "You're fucking nuts, Mom. This isn't salty." And now when I'm older, everything tastes fucking salty.
Yeah.
Ted's like, I want to call DoorDash to get me a DiGiorno pizza.
But DiGiorno's not delivery.
Yeah, it's a conflict. It won't make any sense.
Well, you should be a
You
grown
guys-
man like me. I got a chest freezer.
Jet freezer, yeah.
With
Yep.
the
Yeah,
DiGiorno.
do you and Brian remember at the mall they had that pretzel stand in the middle?
Yeah, the pretzel peddler.
Yeah, the pretzel peddler, and they would dip
Yeah.
it in chocolate. They would dip it in like melted chocolate,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is this
or they would dip it,
pre-Auntie
or it was a giant pretzel, and they would dip it. They put it on a stick, and they dip it in nacho cheese, just the whole thing. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
you
time.
guys
and they
ever
do
had
have
an
an
orange
Auntie
Julius?
Anne's now, but back then it was just a different chain. Pretzel peddler. Might have been a local chain.
Yeah, Yep. Yeah, and I would get one. They would dip it in hot fudge and put sprinkles on it. Yep.
Oh, sprinkles.
I only do
Yeah.
Auntie Anne's in airports.
Oh yeah. Remember
You
the
guys
first
ever
the only
actually
place you
have
could get
orange juice?
Cinnabons for years was at
Never
an
had that
airport.
Yeah.
For us,
Cinnabon,
yeah. We didn't
Cinnabon's
have a
clutch
Cinnabon
in the
around
morning.
Here we go.
Cinnabon's also
Here
another
we go.
airport.
Hey Morgan, how you doing?
What's up? It wouldn't let me join for some reason on the other one.
No, you got like it looks like you're on a dial-up internet. You're like,
You were shadow banned.
yeah, you were shadow banned from my show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man. My internet's garbage.
But out there, and they don't got good internet in fucking Vegas. Seriously?
Oh, I don't.
Well,
Well, I'm not in Vegas no more. I'm about an hour away.
Oh, you're on the desert.
Yeah, I
You're
literally live in the middle
Parnum or
of a
Pahrump
fucking.
or whatever.
So
You
Yeah,
live in
Pahrump,
a
Nevada.
town that's got a weird name.
you're in
Yeah.
Pahrump? That's
Yep.
yeah.
Pahrump.
Is that that's where
Pahrump.
there's roller coaster on
That's a
the
song
fucking-
by the Presidents.
how far are you from the ranch? You know what I mean?
That's where Art Bell was living when he died, Pahrump.
Oh yeah, you can still drive by and see all this stuff. His wife sold all of his antennas.
Yeah.
Shoulda- I wish you could get one of his antennas, man. So you-
The thing probably gets out.
good old Art Bell.
Get that skip.
What happened to your
Get that
ham
skip
radio?
off that antenna.
Yeah, the ham. Yeah, I only had a CB. I had a ham, but I could only receive. I did not have a transmittable because I never went and got my license. So
I thought you were gonna get into it.
I was gonna, but then I stopped.
Embrace the boomer,
And
and then you can get it as your license plate.
I can Fed post on the fucking ham radio.
He was
Morgan's
gonna
gone.
get it, and then he realized he wasn't quite old enough yet.
Yeah. I'll be able to get my
Hey.
ham radio. It'll let me operate it in about 7 years.
Yeah.
So, since you listen to No Agenda fairly frequently now, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Doesn't Curry talk about that? Like people do like have weird shows on ham radio now.
Dude, ham radio is where you find, and I have ham radio like in shortwave radio receiving, and a ham or a shortwave pirate radio is the most insane shit there is. Period. Like it's fucking. If you can find a frequency, it's funny thing is, I got this old technology, but you got to go on the internet to find the frequency. Because you wouldn't know how to find. I mean, there's thousands of
I would think you
channels.
can just listen to it on the internet now.
You can, but I'm a purist. If I'm going to listen to it, I want to listen to it on the fucking
Right.
So you find it, and then you're like, then I find myself out in my backyard and fucking like, it's like, because I don't have an antenna on top of the house.
100% pure, baby.
yeah, I'm a pure blood. I'm gonna get it, and then they're like, and yeah, it's like, here's the full truth about disclosure. The
You're definitely
reptilian
knowledge.
aliens are here, and this is why. But yeah, it's some of the craziest shit there is. Public, dude. Actually, you know, some of the if you look on YouTube, some of the old school like public access stuff from the '90s, certain cities, their they had like the craziest shit ever. But they like occult stuff, like stuff that was just never fly now.
I definitely flipping through public access saw titties one time.
Oh yeah,
Like, what the
it's
fuck
on
going
there, and especially like the Northeast, like Seattle and Portland. They're like their public access would be like bondage stuff. Like that's you don't get that shit no more. Can't find it, but we need to like for those of you kids that know, public access was like the dark web.
Did someone say
Was
bondage?
what Fox started out of?
Yeah. Did you say bondage? Yeah.
I heard someone say bondage. I'm interested now. No, not
When
at
I
all.
was a kid, we did not have Fox. Like when
You didn't have
Simpsons
Fox?
first
Oh, the
came
TV.
out-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when Simpsons first was getting big, like I had to watch it. Like they syndicated it because they're like, yeah, you're fucking bum fucks and you don't have a Fox station.
Oh yeah, when Foxford came out. Well, Simpsons were on the Tracy Ullman show. That was when.
No,
Fox
but I
first
mean,
came
even
out.
when it was on Fox,
But there was
like, we
areas
didn't
you
have a
couldn't get Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was areas you couldn't get Fox at that time. Yeah.
Like in our area, we couldn't get cable at all because our parents were cheap and poor.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
You guys had network. You were one of the last people to.
And at our grandma's house, we couldn't get it because she lived in the ghetto and they wouldn't come put it in.
Yeah.
So I think it was Boston, and I think there's areas in New York, like, I guess it's probably now been a while, but like, yeah, they made it into like the 2000s that like they couldn't have cable. Like, just some weird, probably mob. I don't know.
Probably mob related. Like my parents, they didn't even know what cable was, and I think it was like we were one of the first families I knew of that had it. Like I remember watching Revenge of the Nerds, like the OG on HBO, and like people like watching it with us.
Way too young.
and they were they had the box that sat on top of the TV, and you had to press it, like actually physically press it like hard down.
Yeah.
And my parents were the salesman came to the door and was like, hey, have you ever thought about cable? Like, what's that? And they didn't even know what it was, and they not knowing. My mom still tells the story, like not even knowing what it was. Like, yeah, we'll take it. And then that's how I had MTV, like Adam Curry, No Agenda, when he was fucking his mane of hair, like back when he was a young lad.
I never realized, like, not only do you have huge hair, but he's 6 foot something.
6'5". Yeah, he's 6'5". He's a huge guy.
Huge.
No, my town, we actually had cable probably, like, I think they had it in the 70s, like, maybe before I was alive. And I remember we had 3 movie channels, because my stepdad, he splurged. But yeah, we had it was like a box that was connected by wire. It had...
Or a cable. It was connected by a cable.
Yeah. By wire.
A cable.
Yeah, but you pushed a button.
Back in the day, man.
I think there's
back
15
in the day,
buttons to push.
Showtime, Cinema, those were all separate entities.
Yeah.
They were all just...
But it had a 3 selector. So we actually had we were like, when I was in the 80s, like we were good. Like, I have 30 something channels. And we had that until like 2000. Like,
remember OG satellite, the big fucking dish? Like the 12-foot dish? And like someone would have that shit, and like if the weather was good, they were like, dude, we got 137 channels here, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what? Give me a break. And then
Coconuts. Where are you from originally?
South Dakota.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you said you had cable back in the 70s, so maybe you did. Okay.
So they had cable reception in the Badlands.
See? They had it in the Badlands, but we didn't even have it in our house here.
Yeah.
Well, so cable, even back then, what it was like, so I forget how it was done, but, the company, they had to have satellites. So the cable company pulled the satellite channels and fed it out. My uncle on a farm had one of the big...
the OG satellite dishes, yeah.
He had to get... I think it was weekly. It was like a magazine, because what you did is you picked up the different satellites. So each satellite would hold like 25 channels or something. So you had to have, you had to have that guide, because you could not flip through all the channels. Like, it would take you an hour to flip, because each satellite has X amount of channels.
Oh, so the channels would change, yeah. The only person...
But back in the day, now he had to have a special card to unscramble them. But way back in, you'd hear about, like, 70s and 80s, guys, if they had the big satellite dish, they were watching, like, they didn't scramble it. So they watched, they have Playboy. You'd always hear Playboy channel for free and shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then people had the burned
like South Park.
The original, not the OG set, the dish, the little mini dishes.
Yeah.
Everyone had those fuckers burnt, but they sent out a tracer to nuke your shit. So to avoid getting your burnt shit nuked, my family in Kentucky, you got to unplug it at night so you didn't get nuked if you're not watching it. Unplug it, because they'll nuke your box. But they would sit there and have that shit burnt, man. I remember burnt cell phones too.
So I knew guys that lived in like bigger cities that had better cable.
What'd you say, Al?
And they'd put a filter.
The Coconuts was saying like way back in the day, those big old school satellites and stuff. Yeah, that was like when you lived way out in like no man's land. That's what like, because I remember going down to Tennessee to my Gramps' place, and they had like some of them had it, because it was out in the middle of nowhere. There was no other TV.
Yeah, I remember Frank's uncle had it up in Alpena. Like he lived in the middle of nowhere, Michigan, like up way upstate, and he was watching the Lions game. Like he had to watch the Lions game, he needed a satellite, and I was like, he had it work. But he was he was a hardcore ham radio guy, so his shit was all perfect. So like getting the direct coordinates when he needed it, it was all lined up perfectly because he was a ham radio guy.
So football, if you watch off there, you can actually get it off like the NBC feed.
Yeah.
So that's where like when you they caught who's that fuckstick? Joe Buck?
Yeah.
Like they were talking shit. Like when they catch them talking shit in commercials.
Yeah.
That's what they're filming it off. That like direct feed. So what you'd hear the announcers talking shit, and then normally the camera guys would cut to asses, cheerleaders and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they were getting that raw feed.
Yeah.
That raw dog feed.
Now, if you have they say the best looking, and I actually did it, and it did look good. The most raw HD feed you're gonna get is if you get it right from a tower, and you have an antenna and do HD like your channel 247, your local network stuff. Raw feed from a tower locally into your house. And it did actually look really good. Like I watched the Lions game on an antenna, HD. It did look better than on cable.
Well,
My
I don't
problem
have
with
cable.
those.
I don't have cable, and mine.
I don't have
watch
cable.
Some of my channels, like on this particular TV in this room, does have an antenna hooked up to it, and yeah, like our local channel 4, our WDIV, the NBC affiliate, looks great, just through a regular antenna.
Well, and nothing since the whole against the internet system and the whatever is. Oh, there you go. Is like kind of catching these guys. I when I hooked and I had just a homemade antenna I built that you could put in your attic. I had like just on my antenna quite a few channels, 30, 40 channels. You can get a lot of channels now.
You got doubles.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we got a lot of doubles.
So I had 20 channels.
Yeah, it's
I had 20.
No, it's just annoying. But it's like the local channels is like most of the time it would show the same shit, but then every now and then it was like it'd show something different on their feed. It's like, what's going on here?
Oh, Mad Max is on.
Mad Maxim. All right, boys. I think I'm going to end it. We're getting close to the 3-hour mark.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate you guys for coming in here.
Oh, I appreciate you letting me make my quarterly appearance.
That's good. We were glad to have you. We needed you tonight. Next week, we are going to have... Brian's got a wedding.
Yeah.
So Al's going to be here, and we're trying to get a couple other people here, so we can have 4 in the house.
So you can yell at them.
Well, if you can, maybe I can do this through my phone for a time from the wedding, just on the down low. My wife probably just heard me say that, though, but whatever.
And Ted, thanks for joining us, even with your troubled headset.
I guess the key is it an important wedding?
It's an important wedding, but
it's a person I like.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
But we're gonna have people in studio. And
what's more important?
Yeah, what's more? Show. Do you want what do you want our legions to go without you? Is that what you want, Brian? Come on.
Yeah, well, I want them. Yeah, because then heartness. Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Hartness
makes the distance fondness.
Hartness makes the what?
I started having a stroke or something like halfway. I am sweating profusely right now. I'm sweating so bad.
All right. See you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Out.
Bye. They are gone. Follow us at radiounderground.co, not com, radiounderground.co. We are the greatest show going today. We appreciate all our viewers and listeners. Thank you. Worship us. Radiounderground.co. You can find anything we do on there. We're going to end it with Aaron's anabolic Bigfoot hunt phone call that I put a little music to. And you guys have a good night. Burn in the fiery pits of hell.
Mike, I want the gods to feed me anabolic. I want them to feed me anabolic. Tattoo was a success yesterday. 12 hours in. I got 4 more hours to do, so 16 hours on this tattoo. I just want you to know that Bigfoot is real, and we are going to fucking hunt him. We are going Bigfoot hunting, and we're going to start this. We are going to start the Bigfoot hunt for same swings. Fucking same swings. He's real. The big man is real. I just want you to know that. And everybody needs to know that Bigfoot is real. So, I will hunt him. And I will find him. And find proof. I love you. Call me back.
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground.